But 2 minutes. Oh, well, here we are, folks. We're live. All right, so we got Mixler running. I got everything set, and hopefully it's sounding good. Charles, are you going to establish if it is or not? Oh, you got to turn down those notifications.
Sorry.
I don't like those on the, on the audio stream. I know Total Brian does it all the time when he's on the call. He'll sit there and because he has to have his phone with the notifications because of his job. But I said, well, you're not at work right now.
Speaking of which, I suppose.
But I guess he is the manager of the store, so if they do need to call him, then you need to have them on. I can understand that part of it. So, but when he's on the live stream, he can actually turn it off until he turns it back on. There is that option. There has been some apps that I can't seem to figure out how to turn it off, and they just come through anyway. Something like that. See, is that
Well,
Esther?
welcome to Intermission Transmission with your host, Ron.
I made it back, and I
Glad to
survived.
have you back. We
The
missed
traveling
you.
man makes it home.
We
Yeah,
missed you, Ron.
I missed you too, and I missed doing my show. I was going crazy. I had to do a couple of shows at Bill's, and that was not easy to do. Um,
And we have Charles Smar.
yeah,
Hello,
and of course,
Charles.
Good evening, Esther. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, it hasn't been my best day.
Okay, that's okay.
Just uh, one of those days when anything I tried to do that I wanted to do got interrupted. So I've been busy all day and haven't had fun at any of it.
right? That's about like my drive home, trying to get home, and it's like every 10 minutes. Oh, I gotta find a bathroom now. Damn
Yep.
it! And then I get stuck in the traffic in the construction zone, and I have to find a bathroom.
You've got the time, the food stops, and the rest stops simultaneously.
Exactly.
It would take you a whole
The one time,
save you a whole day on the trip.
yeah. And then the one time there was a huge traffic jam. It was like for miles, and this is what
That was
in
in
Indiana or something like that, or
okay.
Illinois. So anyway, no, it might have been
Was
Illinois.
that
Yeah.
one in the rain?
No, it was when there was no gas station anywhere.
Oh yeah,
There was no gas station anywhere. The only gas station was one they were building, and in that whole town there was no gas station. You had to drive probably a half hour to an hour before you got to a gas station, any direction. And I'm wondering to myself, where did those people get gas at? That's what I want to know. And so
that,
there was
that
no
Ron,
bathroom anywhere.
Ron, that's Amish country.
Yeah, right.
They just pull over and let the horse feed.
And well, that's what I did. I found a spot in the back. I'm looking around, make sure nobody's watching.
Mhm.
No, nobody's watching. So, but it was terrible though. I couldn't hold it. Couldn't wait.
Y'all have it so easy.
Oh,
You
really?
don't even know how easy you have it.
Yes, we do.
Not
Oh
fair.
boy.
Not
Nope.
fair at
Oh
all.
well.
Not at all. Not at all.
But anyway, what a topic to start on that, huh?
Hey,
But
what do if you get picked up by a UFO, I suppose that would come to be a topic of conversation at some point.
oh yeah.
Right?
Try get a catheter. Yeah. First thing.
Oh, please.
Probably in both ends.
Oh boy.
Oh. That'd be
But
worse than the probe. Yes.
other than the drive, it was a fun time though. And then Bill's like, as I got there before Memorial Day holiday, it was all good and everything like that. And then towards the end of it, he's like, "You've been here for 10 days." And I could have been there longer, but
There's a famous quote.
yeah.
I can't even remember who it was, but is it Fish and guests smell the same
Yeah.
after for 10 days. Hey, Grumpy made it.
Yeah, Grumpy's
Yeah.
here.
So, but I was glad when I got out of Illinois and I didn't have to see another toll booth after that toll crossing. It seems like in Ohio and Illinois and Wisconsin didn't have any. So anyway, you go a little ways, you pay a toll. The road is like crap. I don't know what the toll fee is for,
Really?
but yeah, most of the toll booths there was not very good road conditions right after you get through it and you go on to the beginning part of it. It's like, why don't you guys repair that part of it and get it right and then repair the rest of the highway later? And so anyway, then you go along and you got to pay another toll at the other end, and it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it is. But the nice thing about it is that I knew I had enough money. Of course, I don't have any money now, but I had enough money then, and I did get home. And everybody that helped out with the donations, I thank them. I can't say enough, for thanking them. You know what I mean? Just ain't got no words. I don't know how to express that. So,
You
but
deserved it, Ron.
yeah,
You
and
deserved
Kathy said in one of the chats, she said, "Well, we got to make sure Ron gets home now." So, and she even donated some too. So, but I think somebody donated on the Facebook page as well. Because I had a couple of donations in my bank account that said plus 25 or something like that, which that would make sense, right?
Mhm.
So, but the either way, but I think the PayPal is probably the easiest and the best way to do it, and it doesn't cost anything for anyone to donate. It costs me if I want to transfer it, but not much. But if I just use it right from the PayPal, I just take my phone in there, scan it on the scanner thing, and bam, it's paid for.
Mhm.
Don't have to get my card out. Don't have to get my wallet out. People are looking for that kind of thing. And so everybody has to phone though. Hey, Marco, how you doing? All right, Marco made it to the show. He's finding us a little bit. So yeah, I like that PayPal Pay or Google Pay. You just use your phone there. Everybody has a phone, so they're not going to steal your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't buy my fancy phone when they first came out with the smartphones,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't buy one until I knew everyone got the Obama phone, so to speak. The title it was given, Obama phone, even though President Bush was the one that came up with the idea. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. But in the sense that Obama phone and everybody gets the Obama phone, and then why are they going to steal somebody that has, you know what I mean? And then that'd be kind of silly to do that, because then we can track whoever takes the phone from, when they steal the phone, they can track it, and all that stuff. That's not a good thing. But so that's when I didn't. That's when I finally ended up getting the smartphone, and I wanted to put out the money for a smartphone. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but anyway,
Do
I
you
got.
love it?
I like my new one. I like my smart water if I can figure out what's in the opener.
You need some smart water bad if
There
you
we
can't
go.
open it.
I'm
It's just the
drinking
water that's smart.
drinking smart water. Smart water. The water's smart. I don't know about the owner.
Probably wouldn't have sold if it said dumbass on it.
Would have been more to the point, right? Would have been more to the point.
You have dumb waiters and smart water.
But probably would have sold more though.
Oh boy. All right. So, what did everybody do the last 2 weeks when I was away?
Yeah, you know.
Rest.
I watched some of it. I'm glad you guys were able to keep it going. Thank you for staying up late and doing some of the shows.
Charles and Maria babysat me. So
Oh yeah,
Well, we enjoyed your company.
oh yeah. And I did send Jesse a link. I don't know if I'll be able to get here or not. So we usually get here about 30 minutes after we start. So I had an idea. Any new sightings, UFO sightings anywhere? I thought I saw one in the clouds today as I was coming home from the store. I saw this one little one that looked like a flying saucer. Literally, it had the round shape to it, and it had the top part of it like where the bridge is for the ship, you know. And I was thinking that looks just like a UFO, and it's going up, you know, kind of merging with the mothership, which is the big cloud over there, you know, over it.
Hmm.
And the wind looked like it was just pushing it that way, and then it had a white stream coming out of it, like it was some kind of a not a jet stream like a fuel, but some kind of thing that was causing it to leave a white line. But that was behind it. But if you looked at it kind of funny, it could look like it was coming out of the ship. But anyway, as it got closer to the bigger cloud, then I was merged into the big cloud. And I thought, that's how they do that. Interesting. And then all of a sudden it started raining.
I was gonna say, got pictures? Come on.
Yeah, yeah. And if you look at my video on the way home from the store today, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Maybe you'll see that one that looks like a UFO. So,
you know the one I saw, and this is what tipped me off that this was not from here. When it came over and it was sat just silent and still in the air,
hmm
it
Mhm.
lifted up a little bit and moved back a little bit, and then it just took off to the left. Like it didn't turn to face the way it was going. It just went backwards and then that way. And like it's so fast your eyes can't even follow it.
so it was. Do you think that it's multi-directional, possibly, meaning that that the front is on all sides. There is
I
no back.
guess. I guess because it did not turn like it was facing me, but it did not turn to face the other way. It just went backwards and then went sideways and it was gone.
Well, that's kind of in part and parcel of the whole phenomenon because nothing can move, nothing in our physical space can do that. Okay, can accelerate from year to year. It doesn't work that way. Go from 0 to 7,000 miles an hour and stop in a second. It would just turn everything inside the container to mush.
But it didn't turn to go the way like
No.
you would have thought it was strange.
hmm
Yep. So
Yep, I
that
agree.
tells us it's working on a different kind of space-time principle, I think.
I guess. I haven't heard all y'all's experiences.
Hmm.
I haven't had any one except for that one that I had a picture of, but I couldn't really describe what it was. It was just a ball in the sky, 10,000 feet, and it was like where it was over, the town that it was over possibly was like about a 6-hour drive. I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how to explain it, and I don't really know enough about it to give it a description. So, but to see it, I would think that if I seen it from that distance, it had to be huge.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
That's the
oh,
hard part about the lights in the sky kind of sightings.
yep.
Now, if I forget if the Harvard astronomer gets his network set up in such a way that you can have the same object sighted from different cameras, that's their whole hoped for network of
Who are we talking
hundreds
about?
of thousands. Uh, what is his name? I think they call it Project Galileo. Uh,
Is
good.
that's not Avi Loeb?
Yes, Loeb. Correct. That's him. And he's that would be the one thing that we've always been missing. Because if you get two sightings from two different telescopes that are a known distance apart, and you record your angles and your trajectories and, well, the angles of the scope, you can tell exactly how far away the object is. And that's the kind of thing that's really hard to do unless you have a double sighting. Basically
Mhm.
you're creating a rangefinder.
Yeah,
You do it that way.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but no,
There's somebody else named Lee Strauss doing that. He sets up like 8 cameras and he live streams.
Hmm.
oh yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds like an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I've always thought some of the stuff like the Marfa Lights in Texas, okay, the places where these phenomenon, Brown Mountain in North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
those kinds of places would be a wonderful place to set up some kind of a range, just an old
There goes your time.
rangefinder outfit, like an anti-tank,
Not a UFO, but
yeah.
That's
It-
the
it-
Brown Mountains right up here. My son has seen those before.
oh yeah,
it would those are the kind of things, the kinds of places where they should set up a fixed telescope rangefinder situation like that, and say, okay, that was exactly 13 miles away. It wouldn't be that hard to do, you know.
and Charles, they had that one special that I was watching. I think it was on Prime, Amazon Prime, I believe, and it was about the guy that was doing the studies of UFOs going into the volcano, and we have nothing that can do that.
Yes, I know who you meant.
Yeah, they had one that would go into the side of
The
yeah.
Mexican volcano.
Yeah, and they have one that would go into the side of the volcano and would just disappear. And then the other one, they showed actually one going down into the center of the volcano. And then shortly after that, then they had an eruption. But the point of the matter is, we don't have anything that could even get close to the volcano without it having trouble with the engines or without the structural damage on the craft itself, on the aircraft. So we don't have anything that could.
Heaven forbid finding pilots.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know how those guys are going through the volcano to use it as a portal or whatever the heck they're doing. That was just kind of
Well, how do
weird.
they go through water?
Well, that too.
How
Yeah,
do they go from 4 times the speed of sound into water?
yeah,
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in our physical in the physical parameters that we're accustomed to working with. So they're doing something different.
yeah.
We just have no idea what.
And the funny thing is about What's Up MUFON, or MUFON What's Up on Tuesday night. I had forgot about the show, and of course I was driving anyway, so I couldn't really see it. But I watched them record that show on the deck out back, so I didn't really miss it. I actually seen it before they played it. So little secrets there. Don't tell anybody. So Esther, I'm going to show you this picture. I think I don't know if I showed you this before or not, but it'll go chime. Don't worry about that. Just let it go. And then what I want you to do is, now you can't zoom in much because I already got it zoomed in, but I didn't really see the camera. I didn't really see the item.
Okay.
That was taken during the walk around my town back in October of 2019 or 2020 or somewhere around. I have to look the date again. Anyway, it was October. I know that. And there's Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine.
Well,
Lorraine can be
I'll
on
go
that
ahead and
chat.
share the one that Esther
And
sent.
what?
Is that a sun dog? That first picture?
That first picture is a sun dog. Yeah, it's actually the ring all the way around the sun.
Yeah, I see that.
And that was pretty darn cool with my newest phone here. But this one with the craft is actually, or whatever it is, I call it a craft. It looks like a round, like, those little steely balls that were on the, there I go with that word again. But the steely balls that were on, you have 5 in a rack and you start one and it goes back and forth, and supposed to help you in your mental awareness.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it looks
see
like one
it.
of those ball bearing things, right? In the sky, it looks like a metallic object to me. And in order for me to see it at that distance, it has to be huge.
Mhm.
Okay?
How did that make you feel?
It bugs the hell out of me because I don't know what it is. If I could explain what it is, or if I could understand what it is, then I would be more comfortable knowing, exactly what it is instead of second guessing what I've seen. It just makes me more of a skeptic, saying that there's no way that I can prove what it is. Okay,
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
And those big balls, they have the little ones coming out of them. They look like maybe scouts, you think?
maybe, but the one that I was looking at there in that picture, with the arrow pointing right at it, Andy Morrow actually found that one on that picture. I didn't see it on the phone screen because I was outside, so I couldn't see my phone screen. All I was doing was taking a live shot as I was walking around town, like I always do or did before, which I'll do again. But anyway, this particular time I was like just walking around, and then all of a sudden Andy messages me, says, "You got a UFO on the shot," and so
Wow.
he recognized it right away as something that is unexplainable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so now where that UFO is, or where that object, I'll say object because I don't know what it is, but where that object is, if you look on a map, with the Minnesota map, and you look at where I live on the postage stamp, and then you look where Blaine or where Fridley is, which is way up north, about 6 hour drive
Mhm.
from me. Okay. And of course, the way I drive, probably a 12-hour drive. Okay. So anyway, 6 hour drive for a normal driver. I'll put it that way. And then it's up at least maybe 10, possibly 12,000 feet. Just thinking about the height, and yet I can still see the object. So how big is that thing? And if you were right under it, how big would that thing be?
Mhm.
Would that be huge if you were right under it?
If that's 10 miles away, mm,
It's 10
No,
miles away and only an eighth of a mile up. It would be like sitting right on the horizon.
but it was high up, and it was not a weather. It was not a weather balloon because there was nothing that I could tell that was hanging off of it,
Mhm.
and there was. It didn't look like a balloon personally to me. It looked because it was shiny. It was not a party balloon like a Mylar balloon because that would have been way too small to see at that distance.
Yes.
Um, it was not an airplane. It was not a Goodyear blimp because you would have seen the other end of it for sure. Even if eventually it would have turned as it was going around, whatever it was going around. Okay, you know what I mean?
yeah. Um,
So it was just a round object, a ball shape, a sphere, however you want to say it, and it was metallic. And
was
what it
it
was
like
doing,
dull metallic or shiny metallic?
it had to be shiny to see it at that distance.
Okay.
Because you were looking through some thick sky, like humidity and things like October. You're talking about the sky is humid. It's going to be a lot of moisture in the air, even though you can't really see it. But in a camera, you're going to pick that up.
Mhm.
Makes any sense?
Yeah.
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 So, hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and run Esther's picture now.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Bobby, I sent you a message and tell you I was getting started. On Skype, I sent Bobby a message, told him I was getting started.
There we go.
That is the closest thing that I can find to what I saw because it was
Wow.
red and green and yellow all the way around it.
What the heck is that now?
And that's kind of how you tell the shape when it's pitch black outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, wait, did we get a, oh, that was your picture. I was wondering, did we get an extra person in there? Now, Esther, go ahead and forward that picture to Charles that I sent you.
Okay.
And since he got this down on how to share pictures, we'll let him do the picture sharing.
Okay. I'll send it to him.
That's a pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. What that would almost look like maybe somebody. Oh, that's a Starlink, and you just looped it around and made it all together.
The
You know,
only problem with that is that it was in 2008.
before Starlink was thought of. I got you.
I'm going to edit this for you, Charles.
Hey,
Right quick.
there's V. Hey, V. Venus, how you doing?
Hey, Venus.
Venus could be on the show with us if she was brave enough.
Hop on, Venus.
Come on, Venus. We got Maria on here. We got
You cannot be any
Esther on
worse
here.
than I am. You cannot. You cannot top this.
Hey, Eric is there. There's Eric.
Eric made it. Four.
Yeah, we made it. I made it home with everybody's help, and everybody kept me company on the streams.
Charlie,
And,
here it comes. Got a sundog at first, and then you got your.
yeah, now the sun dog is not the UFO, but that looks cool anyway.
And right under that is his UFO.
Hi, Oofy.
You got it?
Yes, got him.
Hi, Oofy.
The end of arm appendages, she says, for your picture, I think.
Hey, there's Errt.
That's Eric. That's AR. Yeah.
His ears was burning.
I heard you talking about it. That's right. That girl Esther is talking about me. Okay, I better get over there. Now, Eric and I had a really good talk. We actually got some answers taken care of. I was
Oh,
like,
that's good.
yeah, I actually understood what he said. He showed me exactly what it looked like on Stellarium, which I
Yeah.
have to learn how he did that. But we won't get into the discussion because we don't need to. But I do want to say that he actually made it clear for me, and in reality, even Mark D'Antonio did too. Mark even sent me a link to help explain it a little bit better or a little bit more detail. And not that I needed that after having a talk with Eric. Eric made it pretty clear. We spent, I can't remember how long, Eric, how long did we spend? Like 2 hours talking about that and going back and forth. Uh, he was trying to explain it to me, and I was arguing with him, and that didn't go too well. But
Maria, you saw some UFOs?
you
So
showed
you
us
did.
it, Eric. I didn't put those up yet, did you? I didn't
No, I
miss them.
have some.
Oh, but I don't want to skip
Almost
Ron.
ready. Okay, here we come.
I was thinking I missed something. I blinked, and I thought maybe I missed it.
Oh, I know. We I think this was the first one.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, now that's just looking out my front.
Where did that picture come from?
That came up from my phone on my porch. I was actually outside on my porch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think it was late last year that Bill was out in his pool, and he got something just almost exactly like that.
Ah,
Yep.
okay. Well, that
Now, is this at night? Is this the moon
no,
or
this
is
is
this the
no,
sun?
this is the sun. This is the sun.
Okay.
It was like
Yeah,
mid-afternoon when Bill took
yeah,
that.
yeah.
His
This is
was
like
video. His was on video.
well, this is just a picture, a
Mm-hmm.
snapshot. I thought it looked cool.
I
Look
think
that
the Indians used to predict that it was gonna get real cold when they saw that.
Mm-hmm.
it does have to do with ice crystals in the atmosphere, which you know that.
Hmm.
But what it looks like to me is the sun is going to go through that whatever that hole.
That's what it looks like. But before they knew about weather, I think
Right.
that's kind of what
But
they
that can be
thought.
kind of scary if you don't understand it.
Yep. Okay, now we'll go to the other one.
Now that one's hard to see on this particular screen.
Let me zoom it in for him.
But yeah, it doesn't zoom in much on mine. It's
Doesn't want to
pretty
zoom.
far away. Pretty far away, but you can see something there. Okay, I'm not making it up. And it's not an airplane because it's too high for an airplane. Well, maybe not too high for an airplane, but it doesn't look like an airplane. Again, it does look round to me. Am I right? And it's not a planet, Oofy. It's the wrong place for a planet to be.
It's not a planet.
Mm,
Because that's in the north, not in the east or the west. It's in the north.
It doesn't look like a cloud either,
No, it looks solid.
and it has some reflection.
A cloud would have had a reflection, but it would have been dissipating as well. In other words, going away or moving with the wind.
Okay, Charles, here it comes.
But Eric, a cloud at 10,000, 15, or 10,000 or 12,000 feet.
didn't get it yet. Sorry.
Got it?
Go back and look at that.
See, now what's nice about this is we can save all these. No, not a blimp.
All right.
I don't think there was a blimp in the sky, and we could go back and get the records on that particular date and find out. That would, because they have to file their flight plan as well, which becomes public record for the most part.
I don't know, Ron. It looks to me like if that was a cloud, there would have been more clouds.
There would have been more clouds with it, right?
And you said it was metallic, right?
Yeah. And I'm not the only one that thought it was a UFO.
Yeah.
So, or I'll just say object.
It's something because the sun's not reflecting off the bottom of it.
Right.
Well, that was okay. Going back a little bit, that was on your morning walk, say about 11 a.m.
No, this was in the probably the afternoon. It was already warm enough. Yeah.
Okay.
So if it was the morning, I would suspect.
So what? So you're saying like 3-4 p.m.?
No, it was probably after my morning show, which it would have been anywhere from after lunch, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
And in October, it's not going to be cold.
Okay, from the shadow off that chimney.
Okay.
That's you should be able to figure out relatively close to where the if you're given your latitude and longitude and time, you should be able to get the precise direction. But it's not very low in the sky. I would say probably maybe 15 degrees height.
Yeah.
So
it would put it at about 12,000 feet, right?
Well, it could be it's not. But say it were, it depends on where it is.
If you didn't mean to get that picture, what was you taking a picture of?
I was just
Just
doing a video of my walk.
Yeah.
Every time I go everywhere, because I want to document what I'm doing, and in case anything weird happens like this, or
Right.
like some kind of weird animal or some kind of weird experience occurs, maybe I can get it on video. Not saying that that's my intention, but just maybe I might be able to document something that,
Did you get any kind of movement or anything?
no.
No.
Like I said, that's way far. That's way far away from me there.
Yes, I
Mhm.
would, because of the haziness, I would say it's way out there.
Yeah.
But
But I think it's something. But again, I don't have enough info to report it, and this is the first time I've been showing it on, national platform. So I'm not afraid to show it. It's just a matter of not understanding what it is,
Yeah.
and that just causes me to be more of a skeptic because I can't prove what it is. Like usually when I see something in the military, as when you're on watch, you have to establish what kind of plane you're looking at. If you're looking at a helicopter, if you're looking at a jet, if you're looking at we even saw the Russian planes fly over. So we'd call them out what they are on the radio. We'd say what they are. So we had to know what kind of plane we were looking at. Marco will tell you that if he had to do outside watches, he'd tell you that, and he was on a ship as well. But some of my watches were outside, and I had to do all that. We were scanning the horizon for aircraft because we didn't want to get sunk, right? So that was part of that deal, and we had to know how everything moved, and that doesn't look like any kind of plane I ever seen.
Yeah, that's kind of iffy, Ron, because then again, they could probably look like clouds if they wanted to.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a way to maybe someone with the right software could actually get that a little more cleaned up and take a look
Yeah,
at
that
it.
would be good.
I
That
don't.
would be
I
good.
just had my phone and my computer, and that's all I had. I don't have any technology to clean it up. And maybe if they do that and they find out it's a cloud, hey, okay, it's a cloud at 12,000 feet. That doesn't make sense by itself, but anything's possible, I suppose.
Yeah, Tess in the UK that works on our project, she does video analysis.
Well, you can send it with her and send it to her if she has time to look at it.
well,
I will. I'll send it to her. See what she
Uh,
says.
might not have anything to do with the particular project you're working on, but anyways, it'd be good to get some kind of answer if they can prove it's
Yeah.
not or prove it is. I mean, if it is something, then hey, that's cool. I saw something. Then I can admit to it. Hey, I actually saw something.
Well, what she basically does is says, no, this was not messed with, or yeah,
Right.
this was photoshopped, or
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
it
she
has
does.
not been. It has not been messed with, unless Andy did it for a joke to mess with me. But I don't think he would because he takes that seriously. So that is one thing he takes seriously. So it's
it's
kind of
amazing,
exciting.
amazing that Andy takes something serious.
Yeah, yeah. He actually does take some things serious. So we got to give him credit for that. Um, Eric, would you like to be on the show and join us, or you want to talk about Fine Bush? Let me send you the link. Hold on. Go ahead and keep talking, guys. Keep talking. Keep the
Oh, hey,
people awake.
Eric, you remember when you was talking about all the crystal balls you had? I found like a whole case of white rain moose under my cabinet.
Oh, you're kidding.
That disability of buying too much stuff of one thing.
Well, how much? How much? How big? How big are your balls? No, all right. No, I'm glad Andy is not here now because he'd take that chair.
I said, now I got to apologize because I did the same thing.
But no, how big are your crystal balls? I'll say it correctly.
Crystal
I don't have
spheres.
them. Eric has them. I don't have them.
Oh, I thought you said you had them.
No, Eric said he had a bunch down in the basement.
All right, yeah, and he had some that was like maybe 5 inches in diameter. The ones that he has left that he wants to sell.
He was good. Somebody told him he should sell them as chakra because they were different colors.
Yep.
Where's he at? He'll explain it.
Well, I sent him the link, so let's get him on here. Come on, Eric. Don't be shy.
No, Eric.
All right. And let me see here.
I'll show you your stone.
All right. So, Eric.
Hey.
All right. Oh, you don't look right, man. You don't look well. What's going on?
Yeah,
Esther said you didn't look the same.
I was feeling kind of old, and so I put some black Ray-Bans on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, my picture isn't even moving. Well, there's something wrong with the camera too. So.
Oh boy.
You think he's gonna be a California surfer, and then you see him, and he's like a lumberjack.
Really? Really? What? Do I kind of sound like a hippie or something? Like a surfer?
I don't know. It don't match. I'll tell you that.
Eric, you got that laid back vibe going.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you gonna say? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it, but I hate it.
Surfer comes out of his mouth, but then lumberjack is.
Hey, I don't know, but they have surf in Boston.
Yeah. Well, there's been shark sightings out here, so
There
I
you
wouldn't
go.
go surfing here.
Well, yeah, there you go. Home of oh my God, Jaws. Oh, man.
Yeah, out on the Cape. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah.
But there's sharks in California, and everybody goes surfing there, no problem, and in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have no fear of sharks there. They just go surfing anyway, no problem. Not me. I wouldn't be caught in that water.
They probably take turns. Here, you go feed them this time. You need a foot anyway.
Boopy said it's a creature partially in this dimension. Not quite yet materialized. Or I would say that.
Maria, why are you grumpy?
Yeah, I actually asked a few people at the festival, the vendor tents.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them if they might let me sell my crystal balls with them, or if they wanted to buy, the balls, or if they wanted to buy and right off, the woman I talked to, she was absolute professional, telling me that, the wholesale price can go up and down and this. And,
oh boy.
You know what I mean? She's already setting herself up to get a really good deal, which is smart.
But then you was like, well, today it's up, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today my wholesale price is double what you're saying. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. But it's like she said, I maybe I can sell them as being chakras, the different colors. I really need something like that. I think, in my opinion, I wish they were all clear, but they're not. They're mostly colors. And really, when you're thinking of a witch with a ball, or, when you're thinking of trying to use it to, I don't know, see something, generally you're thinking of a clear ball,
Mm-hmm.
So how do I sell these colors, And my friend came up with that. Sell them as chakra centers or something like that, and they'll sell, the color.
AJ could tell you how to market them.
There you go.
Oh, true. I
Yeah.
never even thought of that. Yeah, she
Take
might
some-
wanna. She
take
might
some
wanna buy him or
Heck
something.
yes. I would.
Yep, that's a good
I
idea.
know this. I know this is entirely off the wall,
Mhm.
but I wonder what
Okay.
that would do with lights. If you if you put a really bright light through
Yeah,
the tinted ball,
yeah,
what kind of effect you would get?
yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah.
You know. So I
When
mean,
when you
it'd make a great mobile. I mean, they're
yeah,
how big again?
how many?
Yeah, how big are?
Oh, how big are the bulk of them are 80 millimeter.
Okay,
So it's like
3 inches.
kind of like the size of a softball. I think. I
Okay.
got one. Yeah, I got one right here. Oh, it's like maybe just a
That would
tad
make
bigger than a
great
baseball.
like a
Take a picture of it with your phone, Eric.
Oh,
Snap a picture with your phone and send it to
you know,
Charles.
Yeah.
have something hanging.
um,
Have it hanging like a chandelier with lights, and
sure.
it'd be awesome.
If you use it like a lens and you're looking through it, like I'm looking through it at the
Uh-huh.
screen right now, everything is upside down.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's how it works with a lens as a lens.
I got a light, Eric. It's not quite as bright as yours, but it's pretty bright. Just
Yep.
a single light bulb, and it has a big old lens in the front, and it has a zoom thing. Hold on, let me show you. There you go. Watch it now. It's gonna be bright. It's gonna be bright.
Ouch. Oh, my corneas. Oh,
Now what?
oh. I think I
Yeah.
just detached my retinas. They just
You
get-
could go
oh,
glaucoma.
oh,
You didn't need them anyway.
yeah. Oh, now I got glaucoma, so I should smoke marijuana, right? Smoke marijuana for my glaucoma.
That'll fix it.
Yeah.
That's one they show on TV that you can roll over the car. You know.
Oh yeah,
roll over,
I got that one too. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
and you got that one. You know.
yeah, I got it right here.
I got that one because I don't know why I like to buy flashlights. I see some flashlight that looks kind of neat, and it's like I gotta get it.
It says it's an XML-T6,
Oh yeah,
and it's on the other side. It says probe shiny, whatever that
Yeah.
means.
and it's waterproof.
Yeah, I think it is. Yes.
I can.
I need one of those flashlights that can light matches on fire.
Yeah.
It's actually hard to adjust the lens because the O-rings are so tight.
On this one here, no, not really.
No problem. Oh yeah. I can't do it like that. I'm with mine. I got to use both hands.
This looks kind of weird, doesn't it?
There's some you can see into next year with.
There you go.
See you in the next year. I like that.
The magic
Ron.
of crystal ones. Yes. What?
Here's your rock.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
yeah. She made me a pendant from the rock that I sent her.
Mhm.
This is the flat part on the back
Yeah.
that you
Mhm.
wanted.
Zoom in on her. Make her big.
Oh.
Let's make her big.
Does it have like silver or something around it? Or
Yeah, I did it with yeah, we did it with silver.
oh, that's cool. I like.
The back is flat because he wanted it against
It'll
his
go against the chest. Yeah.
chest,
So
and then the front comes out like a triangle. So
is it
I
black?
think it's wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a black.
Maybe like what do you call that? They call the black crystal balls they sell me. They were called what's that glass? Volcanic glass.
Thank you, Oofy.
What's that?
So
Is
the
it
front of it,
Obstain?
Yeah,
it's only got three. It's only got three sides. So the front of it is how you wanted the angle, but it should be sturdy and it should not come out of this.
Okay. But it's the name of the stone is called Native American teardrop. Okay, or Apache tear as well. And so
Coloring.
So
and
the first tent I walked up to and tried to talk to him about it. She said, are they made of glass or are they crystal? And I said, "Oh, they're made of glass." And she said, "Well, right out there, she's not interested because she only wants the natural crystals." That's what she was selling. You know,
Mm.
um, I'm curious as to know a little more about them. I would assume coming from China and for relatively short money, these are just basic glass. You know. Oh,
Mm.
obsidian. That's the they sell. They
Thank you. That's
they call the black ones obsidian,
yeah.
and I
Mhm.
don't, I tend to think they're probably not. If they were obsidian, they'd probably be worth a lot of money or something. I don't.
No, no, you get pieces of that. It's just like that's like the quartz. That's the same thing.
Hmm.
Obsidian is from the volcanic activity, though. You
Hmm.
find that in the volcanic areas, and you pick it up off the ground, and
Yep.
Yeah,
you
but
can shine it up.
and then you start polishing
Yeah,
Yep.
and shaping.
Yep.
and so it's
Does
not.
it
I
does
saw. Go ahead.
does it carry energy like quartz crystals does?
I'm
Yes.
sure probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The obsidian is used. You can look this up. Look up the Apache teardrop, and you can see the history of actually what happened with the Native Americans during the war. But anyway, not very nice. But anyway, in the situation of the teardrop itself, and the obsidian object or the material, meaning the rock, it holds a positive energy. I'm not sure how, but somehow it is said to be a protective stone.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know how you can put a price on that. I
Mm.
mean, so pretty much it's not that expensive. I think both of I got one in my pocket actually right here. Let me see. Hold on.
A long time ago, I saw a really cool documentary where the guy he got
Yeah,
some obsidian. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice.
yeah,
Um,
that's the other one.
this guy pulls a big chunk of obsidian out of the ground or something.
Hmm.
Then he knocks off like Indians or whoever, like when they're making arrowheads. He's like
Hmm.
knocking off. He forms it into a shape. Then he does this thing where he's got to knock it just right, and these slivers of obsidian come off, and each one are sharper than surgical steel. It's really
Yeah.
cool,
Mhm.
and so that can be used both for cutting and for weapons.
Oh yeah. All right. So Maria went to sleep. I guess she was up. She had to work this morning early. So
She was grumpy.
yep. So all right. So any new sightings up there in Massachusetts, Eric?
um, I I don't know if did I show you a weird video of a it's like a doorbell cam a guy had.
I don't know if you showed me that one.
Yeah.
You showed me some. I can't remember. You showed me another. I know you showed me one video of sight or a couple of pictures of some sightings that
Yeah.
was questionable.
Um,
But no, I don't know if you showed that one. Now, do you have that? Where can you send
I
that to
might,
Charles?
yeah, I might be able to link you. Oh, also, yes, I have the file I could send to Charles
Yeah.
somehow.
Yep. And then he can show it right here.
Okay, so
Charles got it down now, so he's the master at this one.
yeah, how do I send it, Charles?
Send it uh,
I
Facebook
did
Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
Oh,
Facebook
I can
Messenger.
do email easy.
You can do it as a link. You can do that as a link on either
Yeah,
Messenger or Skype.
Oh no, see, if I use Messenger, you're gonna lose quality. This is something you don't want to lose any of the quality of this.
Okay.
okay.
So,
Okay.
I can send a file email if that'll
You'll,
work.
yeah.
Um,
Hang on.
yeah.
You can probably find all kinds of crystal stuff around your grandma's house.
Okay, take away the third R.
Okay. All right. I got it. Take away the third R. Okay, copy. Yeah, this is going to be cool. You guys, I am pretty much baffled by this. I do think that it's probably okay, I gotta hold on, I gotta work on this for a second. Here we go here. Let's save and then
Venus. You're taking up Andy's
okay.
slide there.
It's funny just to pull out an R. I've got to do this and that. Okay, all right. Copy. Okay, now paste.
We should have Lorraine on here.
This
with
is
us. That'd be nice.
I'm gonna just say write video and attach. I like talking as I think. Okay, downloads.
Now, see that's the opposite. Most people don't like thinking as they talk.
Right, right.
They make a living out of it. They're called politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, hit send. See if that comes through. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy talking to myself lately. I don't know. And I'll do it in front of people too. Not worry about it.
Right.
And, the cool people are the ones
It's
that
a
say
great way to
something.
have an intelligent conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm my own best friend at times. Anything come through?
Yes, I got it. I think. I'll see
Okay.
if I can make it play.
Now just make sure you prove it to take off the block. It says
Oh my!
unblock
That's
it.
extraordinary.
What? Oh, you're watching it?
I'm watching it.
Yeah, I can hear the crickets. Yeah.
Okay, now if I can just.
The best part, Charles, watch the last few seconds when it leaves. It's insane.
Okay. Let me get it over here. On my share screen.
And when I reached out to Mark, he comes back with he asked me, "You mean the spider web?" And I'm like, "What?" And I made the mistake of telling the guy that sent the video. I told him that, and he's like, "Oh my!" No, then his buddy calls me, and it's like, you really think it's a? They were freaking out, kind of that I even said spider web. So then, what you're able to share it on this screen here?
Yes.
Okay.
And share. And
Here we go.
got it up. Okay.
Yeah, that's the first frame right there. Yeah, that's it. Crickets. And then watch this. Bing.
How is that?
I mean, it literally looks like you would think a flying saucer or something would if it was taking off. It just goes swing.
Or an orb. It could be some kind of an orb.
Yeah. I think it's some sort of lens flare.
I don't think so.
On a stable camera that's just sitting there.
Yeah,
It's,
just sitting there.
it's
Yeah.
shining a lot down.
You know what it reminds me of, except
What?
for that mass motion.
Yeah.
It's like a piece of something, like a flashlight on a string.
Yeah.
Or an overhead light that's dangling.
Yeah.
But that last takeoff move,
Yeah.
that looks to be something else.
Yeah.
What's to the right? Is that a car or
Yeah. 2 cars. Yep.
Okay.
And the little thing is a go-kart down there in front of the bushes.
Oh,
Okay, I
okay.
see that.
And
Huh.
One more time.
I put that on loop and I'll just look at it for hours. I'm just baffled looking at it. Yeah, I think it's kind of a
That-
lens flare.
That would have to be a real fat flashlight.
We were thinking like if it's kind of up above and sort of between the cars for distance. It's like between the cars and distance, but forward of the cars, maybe like frisbee size, and then bing.
That's
Looking
not.
for the
Lorraine said spider web, but then it zooms away. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And I don't see anyone over there that can see it. Would almost look like
Yep.
a light being flashed at the
Mhm.
camera,
Um,
but I don't see anywhere where they could be.
Spiderweb may kind of explain its movements if you thought of it as something that just got stuck in a spider web and it's kind of bouncing around. But then the flicking going away, I don't know.
There are 2 cars now. Okay, now if
And he may be also talking about the swirl on the right side. You'll see the
okay
swirl
now
to the upper right and lower, kind of a swirl. Maybe that's a spider
yeah.
web. I don't know.
Now look at the second car though on the top.
Yeah.
The size of
Okay.
it would have to be one of those like working under the engine lights that you clip on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Or even an old style light that you would hang in a kind of, yeah, like a work light.
It's not swinging like a swinging something would do.
No, that's true. Yeah.
And then Venus was thinking the box shape of it. It's making her think about it's not a spider web.
Hmm.
Go back and look at the box. It looks like a box shape.
And we'll try it again here to slow down a little bit.
I think the
That's
thing that
interesting.
It's half speed.
it's an actual 15-second segment is what comes. It wasn't edited at all. It was. You can see. I think that flash you see in the beginning is what set it in motion, and then it ran for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But it goes up and down and swings different ways. That's not
Yeah.
something. I don't think so. I
Mm,
think it's something.
yeah.
And it could be an orb, believe it or not.
Did it have a sound at all?
All you hear is the crickets and stuff. No, it obviously doesn't have sound itself. No.
And so the crickets didn't get quiet.
No. No.
Huh. That's interesting.
Mm.
Yeah. I like it though. That's one of those other things like my little
Mhm.
object. You can't really prove it either way.
I
And
tried.
to just automatically say, "Oh, it's a spider web," that's a little short for an answer.
Yeah, typical Mark. Well, no, not typical Mark, but I think he was kind of being a wise guy when he said that. I don't know. But
See, even Lorraine said it looked
Like a
like
sunlight.
it was tethered, but then it zoomed away. Well, where did it zoom to, and how did it zoom?
mm,
And the swinging didn't swing back and forth. It went like that way and then that way and then
Yep.
up and then that and then that.
well,
And
that's kind of what the wind can do, though. It's like it can be
Yeah.
left, right, up, down, left, right. Wind can do that, you know.
Yeah, but to what? What's the wind doing that to?
Yeah. A bug caught in a spider web. I don't know. And
Okay.
spotlight abduction UFO.
spotlight abduction.
Oh boy,
So,
interesting. That's interesting. And where was that taken at? What area?
that's in a town called Warren in Massachusetts.
Oh wow.
Yep.
And so he sent that to you and said, "Hey, look at this."
Yeah, actually, his friend did.
Okay.
The guy who has it, he sent it to his friend. His friend then filled out a full MUFON report. His name was Charlie, and And then since I was interested in it, I think then his friend who had the film was more interested in talking to me because I wanted to see it, and
Yeah.
so yeah, and he kind of took over and handling the case. Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
All right. Step away from the light.
Okay, Uki says it could have been a reflection of a distant car light off the windshield of the car.
That's it's that's possible. Yep. Um. hmm
But then wouldn't you see the car going by?
Yeah, I think you would see something more. It wouldn't. I think it would look a little different than that.
If it was coming at the one left side, you would
Mhm.
have seen something going by towards the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have the cars facing the house there, and if
Mhm.
the other car was coming towards the cars on the road,
Okay, I've got an idea.
Yeah. What?
What if the camera is actually inside, not outside?
I'm pretty
What if
sure
it's a
it's.
what if it's a reflection on on the inside of a window of a light that's behind the camera
Mm,
moving in an erratic
um.
fashion, and then
Yeah. Well, the camera, I'm pretty sure, is mounted on the outside.
now it
Uh,
is.
oh, what? Now,
Uh,
no.
uh,
This guy strikes me as completely up front. I don't get any sense of deception at all.
okay, I'm thinking if I wanted to fake something to look like that,
Mhm.
that's how I would do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was there any
Oh, we need
before and after?
No, and I still have yet to actually. I wouldn't mind getting a few more clips from that camera. I think it's a type of lens flare that something there was kind of lit up, and you could see that it was getting brighter, weaker, brighter, weaker. Um, I don't know.
Mm.
And if you look close, I don't know. Of course, okay. So what I gave Charles is the raw image. It's the raw video, and if you look closely, you can see a bit of intricate something inside it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like you would if it was an LED lamp or something. Um, mm.
Hmm.
But just really, what is really cool is it goes to the half light image. It's kind of up high. It goes to the half light image, then it slowly goes down very evenly, straight down, and then it actually rears up a little bit. It backs up a little, and then boom, off the other way. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe that's what a bug would do. I don't know. But I mean, the way it rears up and takes off, it looks like it was made like a cartoon, made, someone,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Did you ever see that that weird video that Jimmy Church had on his
Probably not.
camera?
No.
Yeah, and it's a camera all by itself, and there
Yeah.
was some kind of flashing light from nowhere. And just all of a sudden there was a flash, and then
Yeah.
I can't remember the whole thing, but it just kind of weird. It was in the middle of the afternoon. There was a bright flash, brighter than the sun. Do you remember that, Charles? The
I
one
don't
from
know
Jimmy, the one from Jimmy Church's security cam. So
I'm not sure. I doesn't ring a bell.
okay. Well, anyway, it was kind of weird. And now Oofy got that, and now she can take a look at it. She'll be up all night. She'll have an answer in the morning.
Mhm. Yeah, I was what I did was I was I uploaded it to YouTube. One thing I wanted to see is what would the quality look like once you upload it to YouTube, and it still looked pretty good. Um, I don't know if in the original you can read the license plate at all, but in the YouTube video, once I uploaded, you definitely couldn't read the license plates, which was good to stay anonymous, you know. But I don't know. I texted him about putting it up on YouTube, and he didn't get right back to me, so I just deleted it. I don't want to. I want to, go by the book. I don't want to betray this guy at all. And I'm not just looking for views on YouTube.
Right.
I'd like to get some. Imagine if I put it up on YouTube and it kind of took off, like some things can. Um, and then those YouTube moguls, like I don't know, what a- Planet Earth, Moon, whatever that was. The sharks that they grab films and then get millions
Yeah.
of hits with them, and probably get paid too. But
So how did you like the Pine Bush event again, Eric? You've been
yeah,
there longer
yeah,
than I have.
yeah, it was great. I had a great time.
Good. Couple of different people that we didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
let's see, we got to meet, of course, Katie and Katie.
Yeah.
They're both nice and
Mm-hmm.
a little bit different than I. I didn't think anything bad about them. It's just like they're really nice and
Mm-hmm.
they're always nice and funny on the shows. So they're kind of the same way in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about getting to know people in real life.
Mm-hmm.
After you see them all this time on the video, and it's like, are they really real?
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to Martin Willis, and
Yeah.
I was kind of interested in maybe doing an interview on his show. Um, I wonder if I might have kind of blew that. Something tells me when you talk about Stephen Greer at all, I'm pretty sure I heard him say, "Oh no, Stephen Greer is a what faker. He's a whatever the big insult can be." But I brought up Stephen Greer, and something tells me that was the wrong thing to say to him.
Well, you
Some
can
people
always.
call him a charlatan.
Yeah, Charlton, what does he say? I'm pretty sure I heard him say that he is a complete. I can't think of the word. Stealing money, basically.
Oh yeah, charging for his
Right.
services, basically.
Yep. But I
And
mean,
he had started that National Press Club in 2001,
yeah,
and he
that's
came a long way. I mean,
that's part of my story is that I saw
yeah,
that, and that's what kind of gave me. It said, "Hey, go ahead and do this UFO thing. There's something to it." Once I saw
right,
that,
right,
yeah.
right.
So if a guy like shuts the door on all Stephen Greer or anything, I'm sorry, but that's not quite right to do, because that you would think that press conference they did in 2001, it should have changed the world. But
It should have.
it's
That was a really big deal, and he got it all together and started
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have a couple of people that are magnets.
Yeah.
Like negative going after him, or what do you mean?
No, like
You extraterrestrial magnets?
right.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
latest thing now also is they're saying that he got caught trying to pay college students or something to
Oh no.
drop flares or something like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but I do know some of the people are magnets for UFOs,
Oh,
and
okay.
he always seems to have them with him, the same ones. It's not hard to figure out.
Well, I mean, if someone, when you're saying a magnet for UFOs, um,
Hmm.
if they literally attract UFOs, I don't really see the downside of that. But
No, there's not a downside,
but
but
what he's using them kind of like you. Is that where you're coming from, or
I don't want to throw anything or cast any doubt on what he's doing because he's done a good thing over time.
he
But
explained.
if you start noticing when things do show up, he usually has the same people with him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's one of the things. They might see something off in the distance or whatever, and they see some lights and all, but to me, it's never enough to, it's just not enough. And but
Well, see, there
he,
you go again. One more place where you need a rangefinder.
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
Yeah,
to see how far away something is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to set up.
Mm.
There are a couple of people that can draw UFOs.
Oh yeah.
But, okay, here's the thing. Are they drawing in another being from somewhere else, or are they manifesting a light?
That's the question, Charles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because he uses like a laser pointer or something. And he's like, oh, there's something up over there, and look, they're coming in over here. And I,
There's a name you could follow, and then you're going to see that same name is everywhere he goes that they show up.
oh yeah.
And it's not rigged. They do show up,
Mm-hmm.
but a few people are magnets
Yeah.
and they're
Oh
naturally drawn to some people.
yeah. I remember like the Third Phase of Moon did an episode with this guy that claimed he could do that. So they go out, they're doing it during the daytime. They're just standing there looking up, and then finally, yeah, they see something. I don't know. Someone probably let a few balloons up next town over or something. But no,
I'm,
that's
I'm
kind of.
not going to say it's set up. I'm not going to say it's set up fake like that because this person really can draw UFOs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's what he claims he can do. CE5. He goes out and he describes meeting aliens. Describing what they look like and everything. And see, early on, he's the guy that finally explained how they get here transdimensionally, and so it finally made sense. And I was watching a lot of his videos because I learned a lot from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like everybody has different pieces. And so when all these people come together, like the scientists and the experimenters and all that comes together, you cannot form the picture without all the different people in the community.
Hmm.
You're going to miss the logical measurements and sizes and all that, or you're going to miss anything showing up.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Oofy feels that it's either a drone or a real micro flying saucer. I go with micro flying saucer. Drone is well, that's another possibility, but I really don't think so. I don't think it's a drone.
And that's just my opinion. I could be way off base.
Well, it could be one of those little mini drones, and the light from it could be causing that flare on the ring camera. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
So it wouldn't be a spider web necessarily, but the way it's kind of like wobbling, forward and kind of going back and forth, and all of a sudden it zooms off. Well, that zooming off could have been basically sped it up when you
Hmm.
re touched up the video. Not you, but whoever did it.
Yep.
And so they're not going to admit to that. Just something weird to talk about.
Um,
So, but yeah,
I
the
have
CE5 the CE5 project, what you're talking about, calling the UFOs in. I don't know about all that. I think, and again, I'm a skeptic, so I don't know about all that.
Ufi says the light is not reflected; it's emitted, and I don't. To me, it looks more like reflected, kind of.
Nice, Sophie.
Actually, yeah, 50-50, maybe, but
But if it's emitted, then that would make sense that it would be a light on a drone.
hmm
Like one of those mini drones, that they have. Charles, I sent you 2 pictures dealing with the last lunar eclipse that we just had.
Uh-huh.
And the first one is when I was sitting in my chair, looking out the front window, and I using my camera, my phone, and zooming in on it. And that's pretty good looking through the window.
I do
So,
the CE5 for my state,
hmm
but I've never had enough people to do it, because if the people who don't believe it's real and they just think they're going to get a show, they can actually block it from appearing.
Well, if that's possible, that's probably happening to Stephen Greer all the time because he's charging people who I would think you're either able to do it or you aren't.
mhm.
Are you able to first you have to be able to what do you call what you oh my god what
I
is
don't use CE5 protocols, but they show up. And if you have 5 people who don't believe it's even possible and they think they're going to get a show, and then you got 3 people who know it's real because they've seen it, that the block in their mind is going to keep people from being able to see it.
possibly
Zoom in on that, Charles.
on the moon?
Yeah, that's halfway to total there.
Don't think I can do that from here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Well, you got to go back to the full size.
Okay. I have to start over.
Oh, now we did it.
And
Yeah.
okay.
CE5 it's a meditating spiritual experience.
Mhm.
Because you're actually going out and meeting ETs.
But your doubters can't be more than your believers, because it'll.
Yeah, in a group sort of way. I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe. So you're saying like the group kind of meditates. They all maybe kind of get together on the other side and.
That's supposed to be what happens, but nobody ever wants to do it. So
Mm,
So they don't necessarily have the full belief of what they're doing.
I mean, no, I'm out here in the South. These people are backwards. They are country as cornbread. They. Mm-mm. They got to be. They're Southern Baptists. So.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true. And then in North Carolina, where I was at, we drank all the time. We didn't care about no sightings. And when we saw something, we just thought that we were drunk at the time, so it didn't matter. You don't remember it the next day.
Y'all saw enough.
Yeah.
Y'all saw bathroom toilets. What y'all saw.
Yeah. I always tell the story, though, when we talk about back in the day in North Carolina. They're 92, 93, 94, 95. Before it was any problem with the law, they didn't really care about it until they could figure out, we can make money off it. So they started, make people get tickets. But anyway, we'd sit there and we'd use we'd use either white lightning. I think it'd be white lightning that we'd use, which is you know, distilled alcohol, and or Everclear, what some people call. Or there are two different kinds. But one's more strong than the other. One you can use as go-kart fuel, right? And you can drink it at the same time.
Either
And
one, probably.
There are people
Yeah.
that drink shoe polish.
right, but trying to drive a go-kart when you're kind of drunk, probably not a good idea.
Probably
You
not.
know, but it was fun though.
Hmm.
That was when I was a little bit younger and I could actually do that and kind of get away with it.
Well,
Of course,
okay.
you're on a private track though.
What did Charles see? I'm interested to see what Charles has seen.
I've really never. Okay.
Oh, tell them one about your planes, your military jets. So you saw them.
Oh, okay.
Tell that
I'm
story.
glad you reminded me because I swear I keep denying ever seeing that as anything. Because in my mind, I saw the Blue Angels, Air Force tactical team, fly
Yeah.
over my head when I was about 10 years old.
Yeah.
I was up on top of a mountain with my cousin, and it flew. They were so close that I could see the pilot's face. Okay.
Wow.
And here's the deal. And I thought, wow, that was amazing to see that.
Wow.
Okay, because
Yeah.
it was the special planes with the like plumage painted on the wings and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that was. I mean, we're in like a diamond formation. It was
Mhm.
beautiful.
Mm.
Just cruised right over. Then would have been probably 30 years later. I went to an air show with them.
Yeah.
And you know what really surprised me?
How they look the
The
same.
noise. They
Yeah.
were deafening.
Yeah.
When those 4 planes flew over my head when I was 10 years old,
Hmm.
they didn't make any sound at all.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've had those dreams.
I think that
Yeah.
would qualify as a cover memory, maybe.
Hmm. I remember being. I grew up on a dead end street, and I was down in the cul-de-sac with my bicycle, and they were doing an air show at Hanscom, just a few miles away. And when one of those jets came over and it broke the sound barrier, man,
Oh my God.
bam! It was like a bomb going off.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
But even if they're not going, if they don't break even if they don't break the sound barrier,
Hmm.
they are loud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even at like takeoff and maybe going by at maybe 200 miles an hour,
Mhm.
they are loud.
Yep. When they're around Boston, and I go outside and I just see one, I am so thrilled when I just see one of those. I can't
Yeah.
believe it. It's just so
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
I think it.
When I
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say when I lived in Brooklyn Center, and that's just north of the Twin Stadium, and they had the is that the Blue Angels that fly over the baseball games?
Maybe it's Navy, right?
Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Navy's the Blue Angels and the
The Thunderbirds are
Thunderbirds
Air
the
Force.
It was
Thunderbirds.
I think it was might have been Thunderbirds, but anyway, they went flying across the stadium and they were coming my direction,
Mhm.
and so I actually got to see it on the TV, and then I got to watch them go over my house, and that
Wow.
was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
And Lorraine, you're right. When you're playing with a Ouija board and like 5
Ooh.
people don't think it's true and one person does,
Mhm.
that
Oh boy.
still happens. because people in their mind realize it can happen.
Mhm.
But when you
Yeah.
see a UFO, people don't in their mind usually think this can happen. But a Ouija board, it will happen to people who don't necessarily have experience with it because they have something to relate it to in their mind with what they've heard or read or whatever. But when it comes to UFOs, there's no way to there's no way to for
Now that
people to even be open minded enough to accept it.
that brings me to the next idea. That's a good idea. Thank you.
Welcome.
I don't like the Ouija board, but I do use oracle cards. Remember?
Me neither, but she was saying how interesting it is
Right.
that non believers see that,
Um,
but not UFOs.
I'd just be I'm too chicken to try to use a Ouija board.
Don't
I,
do it.
I did,
Yeah.
yeah. I did it with a guy. I did it with a guy who had just explained that his mother had just died when
Oh.
he was in front of her and he was snorting,
Oh boy.
right? And his mother had a heart attack right in front of him because I guess she was so horrified that he was on drugs. And
God.
so I'm doing the Ouija board with him, and it's starting to move, and I'm just like, well, he's moving it. I'm just like, I would stop it. I would stop it and see his fingernails go white, like whiten up,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
he's pulling on it and making it like, so I'm just like, this is just now I kind of see how they work. In my opinion, at the time was, all it takes is one fruitcake with their fingers on it, and
Right.
and they'll be
Yeah.
dragging it, like it's magic.
All right. So
I, I've
who
done it
what?
once and swore never again. Never, ever.
Well, see, the thing about the Ouija boards is that the power behind it we don't have any control over.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they're made like by Hasbro or somebody.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is that when they came out with the game that you can take home and let the kids play, and it's like
It is
first
not a game.
first thing I saw that and I thought, how are they even allowing this to be sold as a game?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Right.
I guess legally they could,
Right.
so they did.
Was it Hasbro or Milton Bradley
Uh,
Milton
or
Bradley,
both?
think,
I
yeah.
What? I think it was I'm thinking Milton Bradley.
Mhm.
Just for the
whoever made
logo.
a deal with the devil was who.
Yeah, and then
Um,
they sold it, sold it at Christmas time when that's supposed to be a Christian,
Right.
celebration. They're
but
selling Ouija boards.
I
Yeah,
don't really understand why. Okay, you do the dowsing or whatever you use
yeah.
if you're doing that or anything, dowsing rods.
Well, let me tell you. Let
Why?
me explain the dowsing. But let me explain
We
the
have
dowsing rod.
dowsing. We have dowsing people here that dig wells,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they go
Now,
to
now,
church.
Yeah.
Oh
see
man.
now what happened is with the dowsing rods. All right, they are like on mine. I got professional. Well, it's what you could call near professional dowsing rods, and they do work. And I can find anything with it, but what you gotta understand is that the energy is connecting the rods to the ground, and if you're barefoot, then of course you're connecting to the ground directly. You
Yeah,
know,
that's not a psychic thing. That's
so
drawn by the.
it's an energy, and
Mhm.
scientifically proven. You can find oil, you can find gold, you can find whatever kind of energy you want to find. I found where the spirits were coming out of the mirror here, that someone had already told me that the spirits were coming out from the mirror. And I said, no, they're not. And so then I went around with the dowsing rods to see where the energy was, and the dowsing rods hit the mirror. And I had no control over which way the dowsing rods were going. They were doing it on their own. I was just walking around. And it slapped against the mirror. And I thought, that's where the spirits are coming from, just like what they told me. And so I covered the mirror up, and then that kind of eased some of the activity here. And then I checked the basement door, and down in the basement, sure enough, that's where some of the energy was coming from. So the dowsing rods do find energy of any kind, not just earth-bound material. Okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of like crystal balls. Like you can connect with it because it's energy, but it's not satanic. Like I would say that a Ouija
Right.
board would.
So like oracle cards, I don't classify these as satanic. They have nice pictures on them and nice sayings. How can that be satanic? Right? And so if you're using playing cards as your like an oracle deck or a tarot card deck, you're it's a playing cards with numbers.
Hey, I'm gonna go make a coffee. I'm sorry to intrude, but I'm gonna go make a coffee. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, go ahead. I'll start doing a reading though. We'll
Listen,
see.
Splenda and sugar-free vanilla flavoring.
There you go. I think you already left. Too late. All
He
right.
wouldn't have brought
So,
it anyway.
do we want to?
One moment, please. I've got something I want to share.
Oh yeah, Lorraine. Did
Please.
you? I wanted to see if Lorraine wanted a reading, oracle reading, and I think Goofy wants one too. Oh.
Oh, Charles, yeah, lamb.
That's lamb.
Lamb is a gray.
Hmm?
Regular. Yeah. See what Lorraine says. It's willing to move to the hello goodbye signs with regular rhythm.
Wasn't that who Aleister Crowley was in touch with?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah. All right, we're shuffling the deck. Lorraine, do you know what? Lorraine, do you know what your root number is, or your what do you call that? Your life path number, your root number, either way. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle it 3 times. Anyway, we'll do it that way, 3 times, and then I'll cut the deck. All right, I've gotten used to cutting the deck like that. I don't know why. It just seems like it works out better, especially when you have a small deck. A deck. Make sure you say that right. All right. So this is for
Lorraine,
Lorraine.
you don't want to talk to Lamb. And Oofy, you don't either.
So Lorraine, this is for you. I don't think you have any problem with believing anything, but if you do, suspend disbelief. And that card number is on top. If you can see that card number 23.
42?
Suspend. Is that what oh yeah, thank you, 42. I was imagining 23 though. Suspend disbelief. So, don't have any doubt. All right. So now we got Goofy, we're gonna do one for you. All right. And then we'll do everybody here on the panel. Cause I missed doing this when I was away. You'd think I'd get
For those who don't know, Aleister Crowley was the founder, wasn't he, of this satanic church?
No, I don't think exactly that. I think he. Oh gosh.
But he was in touch with Lamb, and when he drew it out, it looked like a gray.
Yeah, it looks like
Do as thou would. Yes. All right. He was a strange ranger. He was a strange ranger. Yes.
yeah. He was a cult, like occult magic, sex magic, but I don't think it had anything to do with Satanism.
Sex magic. What could that be?
Well, magical sex. Like if I'm having sex, it's magical. I won't.
All right.
I won't explain further than that.
Back to the card now. Back to the card. All right, so we're going off track here. I think, Goofy, I had this one for you last time, but I'm not sure. We can go back and look. Card number 25. I got that card right. And can you read that? Meditation. Remember, Eric, I was telling you that at Bill's.
Yeah.
And so meditation practice, I think I had that one for Ufi at one. I don't know if it was the last time, but it was one of the times. So Ufi, you're number 25, and meditation practice. Now, Esther, we're going to do your
Eric,
card.
how can you be a surfer lumberjack and have magical sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it all, baby. I got it all. That's right. Yeah.
All right. So Ufi did say that I pulled that one for her the last time, or one of the times. I don't know when.
Oh, there's my coffee's going.
All right. So Esther, this is for you.
Let's hear
What do
it.
you think? What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Lost and wandering around. I don't know.
Oh boy. I think I had this one for you. Or I know I got this one before, but let's
I'll
see.
be right back again.
All right. What's all that racket over there?
That's his axe. He dropped his lumberjack axe.
Or he dropped one of his balls. Or he dropped one of his balls, maybe? Oh boy.
He tripped on his axe and fell on it.
All right. Number 47, Esther. All right.
Crystal ball.
Time to share. Time to
Put him in
share.
the chair. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you
got
do. You
nothing
got a lot
to share.
to share. Yeah, you're making that up. You got a lot to
47.
share.
That's my age. There you go.
And
There's my
time
share.
to share. Time to share. All
I
right.
shared it.
Charles, your turn. Well, how did I get 47 out of that? That's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I do shuffle them, and I do cut the deck, so it's not like I'm trying to pick it out, and I don't know.
150. Mm-mm.
I know, it's all rigged, like the mole would say. It's rigged.
I ain't ready for that house coat and slippers to the mailbox, you know?
All right, so now this is, okay, Charles, you gotta keep your faith going. But anyway, number 30,
30.
a natural healer.
Charles, you're a healer.
And that could be for you, that could be for anyone, actually. That's not just, but mainly you can pretty much heal yourself or heal other people. Eric, you back? I think Eric's back.
You can heal up Eric where he tripped on
Yeah.
his axe.
There you go.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh, Esther's just acting. Esther's just acting silly. She's had too much to drink and she don't even drink.
Really?
Diet Dr. Thunder.
You're not supposed to drink that kind of alcohol.
I do drink, but it's not recommended.
All right, Eric, this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Only I could read that in this lighting. Anyway, let's see. Looks like number.
What do we
I
got?
read it right. Number 32.
Part of your purpose.
What is your purpose right now?
My purpose, to figure out whether it's a bug or a frisbee or what the hell that thing is.
Now, if somebody else had oracle cards, they could do mine. But anybody else have any? I don't think anyone else has any. But I'll do one for myself then. Okay.
I suppose I could break that thing I got open, but
Yeah, I thought you were gonna bring that to the.
yeah, you know what? I totally forgot.
Is that one of the things you forgot?
Yeah. One of the few I brought just about everything I needed to, but
Yeah.
that's one thing. One of the only things.
Yeah, I did. I left my rain jacket. I left my rain jacket.
You are.
Huh?
Here's what you are.
Here's
And
what mine is. Yeah.
Nobody needs a card to tell you. You are a warm-hearted giver. And you give your time to these people. And that's the most important thing you can give. You can't even buy that with money.
That's quite a compliment.
Good point. Thank you.
You share yourself, and that's what
I
you
do the
do.
best I can. We might not always agree, right, Eric? But yet, look, we're still friends.
Yeah.
We still work it out, and it might take us a few months to figure out what we got to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Maybe you're leading this caravan.
huh?
Maybe you're leading this caravan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay, here's my card then. Look at number 24.
Before.
And keep good company. There you go. See, you all fit in that.
You do.
Mm.
All of you on the screen and everyone in chat and anyone who might watch this later fits into that category. Good company. There you go. So that's lesson for tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about tired.
Aw.
I'm looking for the steering wheel. I don't find it anywhere. Where's the steering wheel at? After 4 days driving, trying to find the steering wheel.
Still got the road noise going on in the back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thump, 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 thump.
Can't open up any windows because the tires are too damn loud.
I before when I come home from Bill's, I would still sense the dog all around me, like
Yeah.
jumping around. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird,
Mhm.
man. Just
Yeah.
because he was doing that, he was a much more so, back then.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I'd get home and I feel like there's a dog around me.
Yeah. So you took part of his energy home with you.
That could be.
So that's not a bad thing. That's just maybe that's him giving his energy to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and,
now he's missing part of it.
yeah, that's why he has to go back to Bill's in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, get a recharge. Ron, did you get my text message?
Where at?
I didn't you show me a casino coin?
Yeah.
You left it there.
Okay, I did forget it there.
Yeah.
Where did I leave it at?
I don't know, but someone put it in front of me like after you were gone. I was like, "Oh shit, Ron didn't take his coin."
Did you grab it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
and I have a couple coins I want to give you on top of that.
Oh wow.
I had ordered two rolls of Kennedy $50.
So that's where it was when I showed you and I left it on the table.
Someone I think actually put it in front of me or whatever. I didn't.
Oh, they thought, okay.
Yeah, someone said, "Oh, I found this," and I was like, "Oh, that's Ron's."
Oh, good. Well, I was worried about it because I had that thing for about 3 years, and it was like doesn't really mean whole lot of sentimental value except that it was my coin.
Yeah.
And what it is, when you were asking me what the edge of it is, I looked it up a little bit more research on it.
Mhm.
It is 1 ounce of silver in the center of the coin.
Okay. And then
On the outside is copper.
copper.
Yeah.
So it's solid copper on the
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mean that's still valuable in itself. So, but on that particular coin, the 1 ounce of silver, if you look up the silver price for the mineral price, it's $21 an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
So meltdown price minus the copper, you're looking at $21 just for the silver.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not going to do that because I like the coin personally. So, but yeah, we can. I can. If you don't have my address already, I can send it to you and we can get it taken care of.
Yeah, I'll get it from you later. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want any money for shipping, it's not going to cost that much. I don't think. I just put it in a flat rate box for $8, whatever it is. Post office, and it'll be here in about 6 weeks. No, just kidding.
I think one of the best ways to ship is
I'll bet when we see each other next year.
I think it's the padded bag or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I don't know with the coins. I don't know. I'd rather just use the flat rate box,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yeah.
can put the air bubbles in there or whatever,
Yep.
to protect it so it doesn't move around and slide out or somehow. If
Mm-hmm.
you put it in a bubble bag or something like that could cut through and it'll come out of that bag.
Mm-hmm.
Where with the box, there ain't too much you're gonna be able to come through.
Yep.
And what do you think, Charles? Box better than a bag, and when you're dealing with a coin?
Hey,
Yeah.
Ron, did
What?
you know that Lorraine had pulled a card for you?
No, I didn't. What did she say? You can put it on the screen. I think you can share it on the screen.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you can just
20.
highlight the message and you hit show. Anyone on the panel, I think, can share the messages. And
I
thank you,
can
Eric.
report. I can report, block, or cancel is what I can do.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and read it then. We have? I missed
It
it.
says, okay, she says, I can pull a card for you, Ron. Just give me a minute.
Oh, okay.
And then Oofy says, Ron, wait, Alice is doing a card for you. And
Okay, that's fine.
she says King of Cups. And 24, keep good company. Represents kindness, compassion, wisdom.
Just what you said.
And that's the card she pulled for you.
That's incredible. That is exactly what you said.
Crazy.
And that was before she was gonna pull a card. And so mixed with the card I pulled, and I mean I don't set these things up, it just automatically happens. So I think next time though, I might try to figure out maybe I can work for. I don't have to get paid for doing it, but say if I have something up there for donations, put a cup up there and say, oh, a couple dollars donation, I'll do you a reading, and then I
We'll
do a
send you a
reading.
coffee.
Huh?
We'll send you a coffee.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, send me a coffee. Yeah, and yeah. So I'm actually. I think I'm getting pretty good at that. This is any deck I can do this. It doesn't have to be any special deck. I can just pick up a card deck. A regular playing. I used to do playing cards and read the readings.
Charles, did you see a UFO? Or are you counting the Blue Angels?
I'm counting actually it was the Air Force Thunderbird. I'm counting that as a UFO because there is no way that I always thought they were actual planes. Okay?
Yeah.
But there's no way they could have been actual planes.
Are
Yeah.
you saying
At the distance that I perceived them to be, okay,
Uh-huh.
it would have been absolutely deafening. And they didn't make any sound whatsoever.
That's
and
crazy.
it was a dream or
No,
Right.
it was an experience.
really?
We were hiking like around the top of this mountain and then back down. Okay.
Yeah.
When we got to the top, there was a big radar station up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Radar tower.
Yeah.
And just after we left there, we were like just under the peak. Okay. And these 4 planes flew right over.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't make any sound whatsoever.
No sound.
That's boggling.
I mean,
Okay.
they could have just no acceleration, kind of gliding.
No, they don't
So,
do that.
Yeah.
When I realized there was something was wrong with that memory or that experience was when I went to an air show and saw them. Okay.
Yep.
And I was on the flight line right down front and center.
And not Lorraine. Sweet
They were
dreams.
deafening.
You know what happened to me that I'm not sure when I tell this story, I'm not sure people really grasp how cool this was. But I was listening to the old WBCN here in Boston, and I was actually, some people may be familiar with Starrow Drive. It's on the side of the Charles River. I took the um, I took the Fenway exit, right, where you would get off this road to go to Fenway Park, right? I take the exit, and as I'm taking the exit, um, two jet fighters, they came down the Charles River, and when they were directly over my head, they they pointed their nose like almost straight up, not straight up, but at a very big slant, and they gunned it and they took off right way up, right? And just as they did that, um, uh, it was oh no. No, no, no.
Take your time.
Okay, on the radio, music. It's by. I'm having brain freeze, and I just can't. Let me think.
I hate that.
Let me think. Yeah, this
Can you
kills
like
it.
sing a line of it?
The singer, not Willie Nelson. It's the other guy. Anyway, there's a song in his song. There's a verse in his song that he says, "Big birds flying in the sky, helpless, helpless, helpless. Big birds flying in the sky." Right when he said, "Big birds flying in the sky," is when that jet came overhead, pointed up, and flew way up in the air.
Hmm.
So it's you guys don't know who I'm talking about. Still, it's let me
Just do a Google search on that line.
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Charles, that was
Helpless by
Charles. That
Helpless.
was fascinating.
Oh, Neil Young, there it is. Helpless.
There it is.
It's his song, and just when he says helpless, 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 big birds flying in the sky is when that jet goes over and guns it straight up. And it just like other than people that were like just around my immediate perimeter in that area there, I mean, it's like that was an experience. It's
Yep.
that was something that just I was like, this is impossible. I'm looking at it going, how is this? It's just impossible.
They just edited that in the soundtrack just right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where that lyric comes up in that song, "Big
Mhm.
Bird, Helpless," and just imagine if I wasn't the least bit scared, but if someone in my position was a bit scared, listening to "Helpless, Helpless, someone kind of making fun of you being helpless, and then says "Big birds flying in the sky," and one of the Thunderbirds is right over your head. It's just like it was bizarre. It was something. You know.
That
Well,
was
Yeah.
let's see what that was. Here's what that was.
David Wilcock, definitely not a David Wilcock. No.
But the synchronicity though.
Yeah. But I don't like him. No, I probably agree with a lot of what he says, but I just I don't like
Hey,
him.
he was okay. He was okay till he got inducted into the Space Rangers Corps.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, and then he says, look at Edgar Casey. He looks exactly like me. He's saying, I am Edgar Casey reborn.
Oh boy.
And I'm
Oh
like,
boy.
yeah, I'm like, oh come on, buddy, man.
Yeah, that's when I'd
Fantastic.
have to. Yeah.
Charles and Eric. That's fascinating stuff.
Mm.
No explanations.
So now here's a good question for you guys. All right. So I get home, the house is okay, everything's fine. You're back on Earth here. We're not talking about UFOs, we're talking about ghosts. All right. So I get back home, and
Gotta check
when I leave, you do remote viewing, Esther?
I sure don't.
Why
Not
not?
on purpose.
Not
Don't
on
do it on
purpose.
purpose.
All right. I might need to have Jessica do that. Check on Jessica, that we know, our friend Jessica. I might
Yeah.
have to have her do one here and see what she can find. and see if she matches the others that I have had done remote viewing, and they come up with the same thing that I've been seeing. And so anyway, I come home, and normally when I leave, anytime I go, and this is from when I came home from our 10-day stay at Bill's, and what happened was I come home, and the doors were all closed on the inside where I come in from the garage. I got parked my car, coming through the breezeway, and come into the house through the breezeway to the door, and then down. You can go downstairs to the basement, or you can go into the kitchen
Mhm.
through the what I call a pocket door, a sliding door that hides in the wall, which is called a pocket door. Okay, and so anyway, I usually leave those two doors open
Okay.
because of the light. Okay, so when I come home, if my inside light is on, which it comes on automatically, then I can see when I go into from the breezeway to the entranceway right by the basement stairs and then to the kitchen. If that sliding door is closed, makes it very difficult to sometimes see, especially at night. Okay, so anyway, I get home from Bill's, and those two doors are closed. Now, I would say 99% of the time, I do not close those doors when I leave, just because of that reason. And also, if I have something in my hands, it'd be kind of hard.
Maybe the cable guy came in when he reset your
Right? Yeah, my cameras. Yeah, right. I know
oh, he
nobody.
said you gotta turn it back on. Okay.
Nobody was here. No, actually, they just hit a switch and they turned it back on and just fine.
I know. Just
And they tried to tell me, oh, you gotta just unhook it and hook it back in. That's a little hard. I'm in New York. I can't do that. You guys can just push a button and get the router to work. And but anyway, they did finally after I told them I'd find a new service. But all of a sudden, oh yeah, we could do it. You know. So why did they close though? Now some people say the wind. I said, well, maybe on that one door, but probably not because it's a pretty heavy door. And then the pocket door that would not be affected by the wind. But on the other door though, if it was that windy to close that door, my house wouldn't be there.
Hmm.
Okay, you know what I mean? So that's how heavy that door is. It's not gonna go by any kind of a draft anywhere. And the draft is, if it's that bad, the house ain't gonna be standing. Okay, so why did the doors close? Why were they closed? Did I close them before I left and I just didn't know it? That's possible, but not normal. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Eric wants back in. Okay, sorry, Eric. I did not see you waiting down there.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so how did the doors get closed? Mike is in Nevada or Arizona, someplace. That's my friend that visits here. He's nowhere near here,
There we are.
so he didn't do that. So normally he will do that when he's home. He'll shut the door just for meanness. Oh, he's gonna have to work to get back in, So, and they don't lock. They're not locking doors, but so he'll shut them just because he forgets that I'm gone or whatever the reason he shuts them. But he was not here, so the only thing I think of is that. But how would they pull the sliding door shut? That would be the question. Okay. The other door, just regular door, I can see that, them pushing that shut and latching it somehow. But how would they pull that sliding door shut? That would be the question. See? So that's just my curiosity question. Again, I'm a skeptic when it comes to this stuff, but I've seen too many things in this house that I halfway believe that they might have done it. Over the 10 days that I was gone,
yeah,
or
that's pretty close to where your portals Or,
Yeah, the basement is also one of the places where it's a portal.
You
So
ever?
That's the thing with ghosts and stuff. They're so unpredictable.
yeah.
I don't want them
You
in.
know
I
what?
don't want
Hmm.
Hey, Ron, you were out of town. They just decided to have a party.
that's right. So they wanted to close the doors and not bother the guy downstairs. That's what it was.
Okay.
You know
So
what?
yeah.
If when I'm away from the house, right? Of course, I wonder is the house okay? I'm concerned,
Oh
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever thought like this before. But imagine if no one sees the inside of my house, and I don't see it because I'm away for 2 weeks, right?
Right.
Imagine if it didn't really even exist, because there's no consciousness there. You ever
Oh,
thought like that? Like,
Like
like,
oh, yeah.
to. Eric,
it's like you're playing a computer game.
yeah. I mean,
Anything that's out of your sight is in storage. It doesn't
yeah.
really exist on the board.
See, if I made a video, if I had a camera taking a shot every hour, then of course, it would be here. But if there's no consciousness at all, seeing the inside of my house, does it really need to be here?
Huh. Interesting question. Now, Eric, I would suggest this to try an experiment for you. Now you're there, but maybe you can try this when you're not there.
Mhm,
Have someone that we know, like Jessica Jones. She's one of our friends. She has her own show. That she does,
mhm,
and she does remote viewing, right?
mhm.
And I bet she would probably do one of your house if you asked her really
Yeah,
nicely.
she could. Yeah.
And
No, not that important. I'm just being pretty much silly. But
no, but it'd be interesting to see if she sees any kind of maybe some kind of energy that's making you think that way.
yeah,
That could be a thing too.
oh, no, no, no. I've done this. This is a type, but that's why I asked if anyone else has thought like that, because it's something since I was a little kid, I would wonder
Uh,
things like that. Like where where I lived in Yokohama, Japan when I was 7 years old in 1972. Um is it it's almost like it could not be if it wasn't there, would it make any difference?
I don't know. It was there when I was there, so
Yeah.
there's that. There's that. We were both there in different times, but we were both
Yeah.
in the same place. How do you
Yep.
like that? So
that's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it. Did it
Exactly.
make a sound?
Yep. Does a bear shit in the woods, sort of thing.
but I do say that the tree makes a sound. We just don't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
and then
It all happened.
now if you were standing there watching the tree fall in the forest and it didn't make a sound, then I'd be thinking, what the hell is going on here?
Mm.
But if nobody hears it, there's no way to prove it made a sound, and it
Right.
might not
But
even make
but
a
if
sound.
you're the only one there, and or say if you and one other person is there, the other person hears it, but you don't. The other person is trying to prove to you that it made a sound, and you're saying no, it didn't. I didn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Then
you
that's
both saw.
standing there, and the other person done left.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's the same thing with trying to prove a ghost, or that same thing of trying to prove what you're saying, Eric, about is your house still even there when you're gone? And if you're the only one there, like I am here, I'm the only one here. When I leave, and then I was really worried about the storms, and everyone said, "Oh no, your house is okay. Don't worry about that." Nobody's gonna break in either. Of course, I really don't have anything that anyone wants. What I do have is with me in the car. My
Mm-hmm.
computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Anything else, nobody would really know what to do with anything that I have. They have no interest in what it is, and so they couldn't really sell it for anything because that would be tracked if they sold it somewhere, and then I'd find it and find out who did it and all that, and they go to jail for stealing it because that's valuable. So there just ain't really nothing to worry about in that sense, especially in a small town. Now, if I was in Minneapolis still, that could be a whole nother problem. You know, like you might be in the city area, and that could be where you have some of that fear in the city if you're near the city. Um, when I lived in Minneapolis, every time I left the home, I was worried about somebody breaking in. I lived in an apartment, so you never know who was coming and going. You didn't know who might try to break in or whatever. And so, luckily, nothing ever happened like that. So, but
Or are you pretty sensitive to stuff?
Who, me?
Eric,
Yeah, you, Eric.
I think I am in certain ways, but
Have you ever left and then came back and then the energy just feels different?
no, I don't think so. No.
Then it's probably not. It's probably still there when you're gone.
Mm.
Yeah. You would tell. You could just pick up that something had been in there. Something was missing. Something was moved because it. The way that works, everything ain't going to be put back exactly like you had it, and you would pick up on that.
Yeah, yeah.
I see that. I believe that we all take journeys when we go to sleep. We go somewhere.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, that's where your dreams come from. So, like when you have a strange dream at night and you are trying to figure it out, of course, you don't remember it because we're not supposed to remember it. But we know that we've been somewhere. Like our muscles are sore or our shoulders hurt, or like we've been working all day or something like that. And there just ain't no reason for that to be happening unless we actually are doing something that we don't know. And so a lot of times I think, if they wanted to take me and I'm in my chair here, they could take my whole chair with me in it. All right, that ain't gonna stop them. If they can lift up a car off the ground and transport it somewhere across the highway or anywhere else, I don't think a recliner chair is gonna stop them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I've woken up the next morning and I have found that my chair has moved just a little bit, and I can see that by the legs. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
By the legs
Mhm.
on the carpet, I can see the imprint of the legs on the carpet. And so it's like, okay, who's okay, someone's backstage there? Oh, that was Eric. Okay, Eric was trying to get back in. Got you. I got you now. All right, sorry about that. I was reading the private chat there. and I
If
thought,
he's talking to Eric, I don't know if Eric's aware.
so anyway, the thing is when I recognize these little things moving, like I lost an item, something I was looking for, and I can't remember the part for something, whatever I was using, and I had to, it was a very important part to the piece that I needed, and I couldn't find it. And then all of a sudden, the next day, when I'm not expecting to find it, there it is. Now what happens with that when that gets moved around and they hide it on you, like they cover it with their hand and you can't see it, and then you looking and looking and they're laughing at you. And then finally the next day they move their hand, and of course there's your item sitting right in front of where you looked at 10 seconds ago, or the last, the other day, so. And then a lot of times I'll just say, okay, I can just wait it out, just wait for it and it'll show up. And sure enough, every time I do that, it shows up. So whatever I'm looking for. So I don't know if it's someone playing a mean trick on us, a group invite. What are we inviting?
Don't feel too bad, Ron. I lose my glasses all the time.
There you go. Yeah.
That's my group.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
invite to my group.
I'm glad I had some spare glasses here. I left my glasses at Bill's too, and I can't remember where they went. But those are disappearing into somewhere.
They
But
do. Where did they go?
You're just
those were
on the void there, Ron.
those
No,
were
that's
maybe Tycho grabbed.
Don't drop anything.
Yeah, Tycho grabbed my glasses and he wanted to read the newspaper with them, I guess. But
Yeah. Ufi asked if I would consider a sensory deprivation tank. Ever since the movie, now my whole life I've been able to always remember this movie right off the top of my head, but right now I can't. It's the one.
Walking.
No, close to it. Not that one. The other one. It's the one where he turns into a monkey.
Brainscan? No.
He turns
Okay,
into a
yeah.
monkey running down the street. You remember that?
Yes,
I don't
I
remember
do.
that one.
I can't think of the title either.
It's William Hurt, or
Yes.
not John Hurt. William Hurt.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Brainstorm?
No, that's the Brainstorm is the
No.
walking one.
Altered States.
Altered States. That's it. Ever since seeing that movie, I've always wanted to do a deprivation tank.
Oh,
Imagine tripping on some good acid and laying in that thing. Woo.
I don't think so. I'd like that.
Mm.
Reality is hard enough to look at.
I
Right.
suppose I'd like to try the tank sober first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. I'm just being
You
silly, but
You want to go on a trip? Come in my head.
Yeah. I've discovered sometimes the less baggage I take with me, the farther I go.
yeah, I woke up to a nightmare. I woke up to a nightmare this morning. I had a nightmare before
no.
I woke up. Yeah.
Tell us all, so we'll all
What
have
about
it.
it? What about it?
I think it was like this guy that I didn't get along with in work like 10 years ago. And
Oh wow.
he had a big long knife, and it was this repeating thing: downstairs,
Yeah.
upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. He kills him again, or something like that. Just
Oh wow.
over and over and over. I think I was trying to rescue someone or something.
Wow. Now that's weird that you bring that up. Now I had a repeating dream back in high school when I was that's back in the day, back in high school. But I don't know, the same scene replayed itself like at least 3 times that I know of, maybe 4.
Mm.
But I know of 3 for sure. And I don't know what the message was, but then what happened was it really happened. The situation happened. It was about a fight with a kid that was picking on one of my friends, and I didn't like it, so I stood up for my friend, and we had no more trouble with the guy after I got done taking care of the situation.
Yeah.
But in the dream though, I had this dream like at least 3 times, and then it really happened. And the funny part about that is that when it really happened, I knew everything that was going to happen within the dream, and I didn't get hurt at all. But the guy that was the troublemaker, he got hurt, and he got suspended for causing the trouble. I think I got suspended for 1 day for that fight. But the point of the matter is that everything worked as I visualized it, 3 times before, at least 3 times before. Now, why we have those foresights, I'm not sure. That's kind of weird. So, I don't know.
Well, it was obviously so you would know what to do when it happened.
Yeah. And normally I'm a peaceful, calm person unless something just sets me off, then we have to deal with it sometimes verbally and sometimes physical, but yeah, so but hopefully that don't happen anymore in real life because I don't want to deal with anything like that now. Now if somebody tries to hurt me or take anything from me, I'll just look at them like they're crazy, like what? So
Well, I'm really glad y'all had fun. I'm glad you're back and you're safe and everything went good and you got to see Ma for a little while.
oh yeah,
So
yeah, oh yeah,
I know Bill rolled
Yeah.
out the red carpet for you.
oh yeah, he always does.
Yeah,
And,
you're glad to be back. Everything went well.
Oh yeah, and then except for when Kriston was driving my car, I was a little stressed out about that.
Whoa.
But nah, he does all right. He drove
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I just wasn't the one driving though.
But
So,
you were in the car though?
yeah, I was in the car letting letting Kriston drive because I knew he didn't want me to drive. So,
Mhm.
because he would always tell me, well, if you were driving, we'd be there in like take us 2 days to get there.
Mm. Hmm.
So we went up to the West Point Military Museum.
Oh, wow.
Charles and Eric, you both would like that one.
Mm.
So they have all the world wars from way back when, 1300 BC or 1397 BC, I think the one that I saw. So then he showed all the weapons of war and all that interesting stuff. And it's amazing how it progresses, you know. And we got to the one part. I got the first 2 floors. I actually took video of the showcases, you know. They allowed that, and they didn't say that we couldn't, so I did. And then the 3rd floor, I just got tired of doing that, so I said, "Heck, they got this online. What the hell am I doing this for?" You know.
Mhm.
But the first 2 floors are pretty impressive. I got a lot of weapons there.
Yeah.
And then the last floor, though, I couldn't go on. My leg was hurting, and I was really wore out. And I said, "No, you go ahead. I'll sit down here and wait for you." So I sat down, waited for him, and he came back down about half an hour later, whatever, after he had his fun looking at all the stuff. And he's, "Oh, you missed a really cool floor there." Said, "I can see it online. I'll go look at it at home." So, but yeah, I can say I was there. It's a pretty cool place. And actually, I got a picture of that. Hold on. I got a picture of the building. All right, before we went in. All right, we'll give you that one. Okay.
Mhm.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Grab you a coffee or something.
Let me ask you something right quick, Ron.
Yeah.
If I put your thing in your necklace and your arrowhead I'm sending you, if I just get a flat rate box, they pack it with the bubble wrap and it's
You
just
can
$8.
ask him. Yeah, you can ask him to. I sent you an extra picture there, Charles. I thought you liked that one. Yeah, they put the bubble wrap or some kind of protection stuff on it or in it,
And then it's
and
just $8 and goes where I mean $8 and it'll go anywhere.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
You're shipping books?
No,
Box
Oh,
shipping box. A shipping
oh,
box.
right.
oh. Because if you're shipping books, you can get a real good deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, the flat rate box is just one rate. Basically, that's what they call it, a flat rate box.
Hmm.
Okay.
And whatever that is in your area, I'm not sure what that might be from where you are. But if I would imagine it would be the same if it's a U.S. post office. It'd probably
Okay.
be like $8.95 or something like that. Maybe you could call them and check. Call them and check in the morning. Or you'd have to go there and they'd weigh it, and everything like that, and it goes by
Well,
weight.
I might do it certified because I don't want your stone not getting
There you
back
go.
to
Yeah. Well, I
that's
do want it, and the box would be better than any kind of a soft package or anything like that, because
okay.
that could break through.
Yeah,
I,
that's what
I
I'll do. I'll do it Monday. I've got it all together.
okay, good deal. Thank you for that too. And
You're welcome.
that looks really nice. Now, Charles, I sent you a couple of pictures. One of our favorite dogs, Tycho, and which I happened to get just by accident, and then one of the military building or the museum rather. And then I got to the one point where they showed they were using hot air balloons as spy balloons.
Mhm.
Like they'd go up high and see what the enemy is doing. That was when was that? Now I forgot the year. I'm gonna have to look that up now. But that was true progression of time, though. They figured that out. Imagine that. There's Tycho.
Right.
Hmm. Psycho Tycho. Yeah.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, 3 years old. We got along pretty good. We did all right.
Mhm.
But he's funny though. When I got out of that chair, he gets in the chair first thing.
Hmm.
And then Charles has one more picture to show you of that museum.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
And what it says is West Point Military Museum is what it says on the top of it.
That's pretty.
So, and it's 4 floors of all kinds of war stuff. So if you like military history, that's your place you got to go, or any place like that if you have one in your town. And I think in your town, South Carolina, that's where you probably have one.
We have a auxiliary not too far from here, and they have a big helicopter park
Oh, there
there.
you go. There you go.
Down in Sumter, they have a bunch of retired planes and stuff near where the Air Force Base is.
Yeah, that's always fun.
It's a
Yeah.
whole yard full of them, that's out of service.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that and how we got here, that's probably a good thing to go check out. And
Yeah.
some of that stuff, because it's history, if they're counting on us to forget things, you know what I mean? In general, whoever is in charge, they're counting on us to forget things. We shouldn't remember, and we certainly shouldn't be living as long as we are living. Okay? Technically, we should have only been living like 40 years old, and that'd be it. We're done. But through the magic of medical science and things like that, here we are living way past 40 years old.
Hmm.
You remember in the 30s or so, they only lived to be 40, 45, maybe 50. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
In general. Okay.
On average.
Yeah, on average, and that's because the nutrition, they didn't know anything about eating healthy or anything like that. And of course, they used to get into gunfights and people would get killed that way.
And a
So
lot of women died during childbirth and stuff too.
Yeah.
that's true, and they've come a long way with that as well, as far as understanding what the process is, and so that's a good thing for everybody, for the human race in general. Um, but yeah, so what they're trying to do is reprogram us by making. Now, of course, I'm probably going to get blackballed because I'm telling this story, but they're
Yeah.
trying to reprogram us to hopefully that we forget things, and then they can rewrite it. And then, oh, that's not how. Well, by the time they rewrite it, we're going to say, oh, that sounds good, or that sounds okay, and we're not even going to question anything. Okay? And that's kind of like when they talk about one thing where they say, oh, well, they're going to wait till 75 years before they bring out the facts about, that incident. You know what I mean? And they're going to take 75 years to come out with the information on how it is supposed to be, how it's supposed to be reacting to us and everything like that. And so what they're hoping is that most of us will be gone by the time to do that, and we can't throw a big fit. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, no, after we're gone.
I hope I'm gone in 75 years. Holy cow! If I'm here any longer than that, and I'm trying to drive to Bill, trying to go to
Oofy
Bill.
Oofy says, and that's what happened to the dinosaurs.
Yeah, they forgot. Yeah.
One of the alien types that someone put up on the screen, I think at the conference. I don't know if I said something to you about it. It looked like a human head on top of a mechanical like robot.
Yeah,
and,
you
and
did
all
say
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
to me like it could be someone's head who's like 200 years old stuck on
Mhm.
top of this robot.
Android
Yeah.
body.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Now, who had that? Was that Bob Spearing who had that?
I'm not too
I
sure.
don't know if it was Martin Willis that had that.
It could have been one of the girls. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, Katie Cook, or
yeah,
Katie Page rather. Katie
yeah.
Page.
Paige had some pretty dark, by what she's describing, she had some
Yeah,
pretty dark experiences when she was
yeah,
younger.
yeah. But she's pretty tough though. She's gonna be all
Yeah.
right, I
Yep.
think. Now
Mhm.
she can kick your butt, and
Mhm.
she's pretty tough. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
wouldn't want to fight her.
I hate to be a party pooper, but I'm going to have to take off now.
Oh, come on, Charles.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
You asked me for a few minutes to kind of hold in.
Yeah, you got a few minutes in there.
Now it's 2.5 hours later.
Mm.
Uh,
You got to take command of the pictures and everything. Come on.
hey, I
Charles,
need,
I'm glad you
I
came.
need to practice.
Yeah. Well,
But
thank you for
always,
participating tonight.
always great seeing you. Always
Yeah,
great having conversations with my friends. But
yeah, and thank you for taking care of the show the last couple of weeks when I was away.
like I said,
And you too, Esther. Thank
always
you for joining in on the fun.
You're welcome.
And
You're welcome.
it's just helping helping everything run nice and smooth, and to know that my so-called station is still running when I'm not even there. That's pretty darn cool.
And Charles, red is your color. You look good in red.
well, I thank you, dear.
That is
Oh,
your color for sure.
I ordered a new box of shirts just like that.
oh, there you go.
They come out
You know
with some.
anything about
They
that,
come, out
Eric?
with, they come out with some new colors. I just couldn't resist.
Mhm. Mhm.
Eric might know something about ordering a bunch of stuff at once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you order once, then you order twice, and then you really should stop, but you order 3 times and then 4 times.
Because you figure they'll quit making it and you'll never be able to get it again.
Right.
Been there, done that.
There's
I
always
made
a reason.
I made a mistake of buying that business in a box about the knives and swords and things like that.
Mm.
I didn't sell one. I didn't sell one. I just kept them all.
I
And
think we're all guilty of that.
but I like to collect knives, so I like to have knives, and so that's cool. And some of them I still have, some of them I lost or whatever. But who cares? Well, the price wasn't really that bad for the amount of blades that I got. So it was like probably under $400, and I got like quite a few knives. I don't know, big box of knives.
What are they? Cooking knives?
No, they're
Kitchen knives?
no, they're. You seen the guys on the late night TV show where they sell the different kinds of knives, or you get so many like there's like hunting knives or pocket knives or
Yeah, I think
uh,
I recall something like that a long time
They
ago.
take away from you at the airport. You can
yeah,
buy-
right,
You can
right.
buy a whole skid load full of.
Yeah. Well, the idea was you're supposed to buy that box, and then somebody might want to like Eric might come along. Oh, hey, I'll take a knife here. Take 5 for so much,
Mhm.
whatever. And
I
then of course you'd like it, so you'd go ahead and buy it, especially if it was a nice color and you like the type of the knife, whatever, and you go ahead and get it because that's you like it.
Yeah.
And then you get a couple of them at least, just because of the fact, well, if you got one, you got to have a spare just in case, right?
Yeah.
And
So
then that's how you'd make the money. So I tried that, but I didn't sell a damn one of them. And
and that reminds me of somebody like throwing it at a wheel and somebody's on the wheel
there
turning.
you go. There you go. Put my Errt radio sign up there. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how to make that spin that Errt radio logo in the corner. Katie Page said she knows how to do that kind of thing, and so she's a graphic artist. If you didn't know that, so but I got her book. She had given me her love letters from the one guy that she knew that talked about different people experiences and things. And I didn't read what she wrote. I have to read what she wrote in it yet. But I'll check that out. I'll get that tomorrow. I don't go out to the garage in the nighttime because it's kind of scary out there. But anyway,
Bigfoot.
Yeah, right, or whatever. Some kind of weird monster is gonna jump on me out there.
Yeah,
Something.
the dog
You
man.
know, big.
Corn,
You know, Bigfoot's
cornfield
really
monster.
Chewbacca,
Yeah,
right?
but no, she was gonna. She was selling them for $30, and she was gonna give it to me for 15. Right, but then I couldn't get my PayPal to work. Funny how that works sometimes, right? And she couldn't accept the debit card reader because it didn't have a jack for the phone that she had. So I said, well, you can just set up PayPal and I can just send it to you through PayPal. And so she offered it to me for free. And I said, then I'll have to owe you a drink next time we see. So I got a date out of it anyway.
Hmm.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that I said it was a date. No.
Wait,
Smooth, Ron.
wait a minute, Ron. You can't spell, but you turned buying a book into getting a free book and a date. You just ain't selling the right stuff.
Wait,
Not,
wait till he buys her
knives
that
are
drink.
not your game.
Wait, wait till he buys her that drink.
That's right. No, she's a fun person. I'm sure she'd be fun to
Oh,
hang out with anyway. No matter what. If you get to know her in person, though, she's a really nice person. She is. Everyone I met this weekend seemed like they're really nice. What do you think about some of the new people we got to meet and talk to, Eric?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
everybody nice. Yeah.
Warren was not the big boss. He was actually the cook. Warren cooked the chicken
Hmm.
breast, and put the barbecue sauce on there and
Yeah.
made sure that they're done right. And I don't think that he ever cooked on that kind of a wood cooker.
Mm.
So different types he's used before. So
All
but
right.
he did it right.
Yeah.
So and then Jimmy Newquist was a really nice guy, and we're gonna have an interview with him eventually when we get some time and get it settled,
Hmm.
and probably have an interview with Warren as well.
Mm.
So he's the owner of KGRA, in case nobody knew. And
I think it was Warren that brought up what if YouTube gives them another strike, right? And they not only they might go down permanent, you know.
mhm.
What are they going to do? I because I well, I shouldn't.
Well, I know they were talking about having their own. Oh, they already got kind of their own video platform on the KGRA site, right,
Mhm.
Charles?
yes.
And so they're ready. I mean, if YouTube does that, they just switch over there. And sadly, if you want to be watching their shows, you might have to pay for it then.
Mm.
But in that case, sir, do you have any clue how much it costs for them to run the video on that site?
No, I have no
And
idea.
it costs a lot of money. It's not cheap.
Really?
All right, yeah,
Huh.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My StreamYard thing right here
Yep.
for 1 year,
Mhm.
600 and something dollars for the year, and I
Oh,
still have to pay $25 a month just to
wow.
stream.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why I say I can use some help on the donations if people want to donate for this production stuff. It's not cheap, but I do it every single week because, like you said, I like to give my time, and I love to talk, as you can tell.
Hmm.
And everyone else likes to listen. They like to share their 2 cents worth. And I don't know what happened to Jesse tonight, but I guess he got busy.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had fun. I'm glad you were able to make it here, and thank you for telling me about my coin. Now I feel better. At least I know I didn't. I
Hmm.
didn't lose it technically. I just forgot it.
Right.
So
Yep.
I think that's a good thing. So that was just bumming me out that I thought I dropped it at a gas station someplace. Like it fell out of my pocket or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad it fell out someplace where somebody knew that it was mine, and you'll get it back to me, so I'm not worried about it. And
Yeah.
I'll get you my address. Well, after we get done with the show, I can send it to you.
Hmm.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Ron,
thank
thanks.
you. Yeah, I was gonna tell
And
you thank you. Yeah.
Charles and Eric. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, you
Okay.
get some rest, all right? We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Okay, y'all have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
All right, Charles,
Yes.
you got to go to sleep then.
Take care, guys. I'm
All right,
out.
thank you. Have a good night. Eric,
Yeah.
just
Take care,
you,
Charles.
just you and me now. Now what are we gonna do?
I think I'll head on out and
Yeah, I'm about tired. I'm so tired from driving.
oh, I can imagine. Yeah. Wow.
Can you imagine 4 days? It took me 4 days to get back.
Yeah. For me, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
No.
3 hours and 15 minutes from Bill. I'd be in the middle of Pennsylvania, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I still would have a long ways to go. But I
Yeah.
found a good way to go this next time, next year when I go.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a good way to go. I just got to remember to keep going east. Don't go north anywhere. Just keep going east,
That's the
right?
best thing to do. Yeah.
And see where it split. You know where that one highway in Pennsylvania, you got the one where it goes 84 east, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, 80 or 84 east, whatever the one goes
84.
west.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it goes that I was going east on it, but then I took the 81 goes north, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
In Pennsylvania. I think Kathy was saying that 81 goes north. And so I somehow got on the north side and I went up north of the town called Binghamton in New York.
That's where my father lives, Binghamton. Yep.
Oh, well, okay. I'll tell you how you say it. Okay. I said it like two different words. Binghamton.
Yeah.
You said it all together. And I think I went just north of there and it's like, this doesn't look right.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you don't want
But
that to happen.
it was nighttime though, so I couldn't really tell. And
Mhm.
then it was like, we better get some help here. So that's why we got on the StreamYard here, and everybody was helping me get back where I was supposed to be, 200 miles out of the way, of course. And that didn't help me for the gas, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so I think I learned my lesson on that. Just stay on 84 east all the way,
Mm-hmm.
and that would get me to 9W, I believe.
Yep.
And then on the way back, just take 84 west, and it just takes me all the way home. Takes me to 90, 94 to 90, and then takes me right on over, and it's just super easy. But
Yeah.
what I liked about this time is on the way back, I did all daytime driving.
Mm-hmm.
So there was only a little bit where I drove at night, and that was when I was switching from one truck stop to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, the one that I found, it was much better. The one that I was trying to find before, I couldn't find that one, but I went to another one, and as I got directions from that one that I stayed at, I was lost inside of a residential area, and it was getting foggy, and it was just really freaky.
Mm-hmm.
The way it looked, I was thinking, "Oh crap! Here's a bad movie coming anytime now," you know.
Yeah.
And I'm the star.
I experienced fog too on my way home. It was like a
Yeah,
low-lying fog down by the pavement.
yeah, and I'm really scared of that with the deer and everything else. I don't know about that kind of stuff. What might come out.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? And so I prefer it to be clear than have it foggy or bad rain.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I got back okay, and finally got to that truck stop, and I was able to rest for a few hours, and that was good. Man, was that good.
Mm.
And then got up in the morning. It seemed like I always wake up early when I'm on a trip like that,
Mm-hmm.
and just wake up before sunrise, and the sun comes up, I'm ready to go,
Yep.
you know. An hour later, I'm good to go. And when I left the Shell station, though, I actually had a breakfast before I left at the cafe there. If you ever go there to that one place, where was that? Oh, that was nowhere near where. This was Madison, Wisconsin, actually.
Yep.
Truck stop there, and there's a cafe there called Highway Cafe and Bakery, and talk about the one of the best omelets I've had. I had a Denver omelet, and
Mm-hmm.
That was everything, and it had the cheese hash browns on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, what a
Oh wow.
fantastic omelet that thing was!
That
And
sounds.
I didn't even eat the toast. I just had too much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's a good place to wake up to eat breakfast right there, And they
Mm-hmm.
open up at 6 a.m. and go until 9 p.m. And so that's a good place to eat. And if you're ever in Madison, Wisconsin, right on I-90, it just says Highway Cafe and Bakery, and it's right
Mm-hmm.
next to the Shell station right there. So if you're ever out that way visiting Kriston, you're probably near there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty cool though, and that's good to head out with a full stomach and didn't have to worry about being hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to drive when I'm hungry either. That's just irritating.
Yeah.
So then you got to stop and eat, or of course then you got to go to the bathroom after you eat. Then you got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you. How long can you drive without having to go to the bathroom?
uh well, good question. I don't see it as I do need to like okay, if I'm driving all the way to Florida or something,
Yeah,
I know usually, the first thing I need is coffee
yeah,
to stay awake. I've never really, it goes hand in hand. Bathroom and coffee. Mm-hmm.
right. And then see, mine is a little of an anxiety issue when I get on the road and then I don't see any place where I could go. Where I could go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying before, when there was no gas station to go. And that one time I actually had to go use the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like doing that, but oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. And but the interesting thing was when I'm stuck in the construction zone and we're not moving, that's when it gets me the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm in the wrong lane, I can't get over to get off the highway, to
Mm-hmm.
go. And of course, there's no exit to go anywhere anyway. And what do? Do you get out of the car and go pee? And we can't leave your car there in the middle of the
Uh,
traffic,
yeah,
right?
that's not good. Yeah. No.
And I don't really want to be peeing in a cup when a big trucker guy comes rolling by and says, "Hey, look at that guy! He's peeing in his cup."
Well, I think I would consider the cup, or you can always kind of like stand with the car in front of you, kind of act like you're doing something else, maybe,
Oh yeah,
just so
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. That's one of the things I have to work on with the anxiety of having to go. And
Hmm.
sometimes I do that, like when I go shopping, like when I go shopping for like just window shopping, even like electronics or something like that.
Yeah.
For some reason I'm thinking about all the cool stuff in that electronic piece of equipment that I'm looking at,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden, oh, gotta go to the bathroom now.
Hmm.
And that's right when I'm looking at this electronic, like a new stereo or something, back when that was cool. Like if you saw a Kenwood stereo receiver, for instance,
Hmm.
and you had the nice big speakers. You remember those big floor speakers like a Bill has there?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
imagine you had those, with the Kenwood. Remember the Kenwood speaker, the Kenwood receiver, and you had it was a rack set. You had the silver with the wood sides, and it
Mm.
was Kenwood. I can't remember the name of the model. Was it 1250 or 2250 or something like that?
I don't
I
know.
mean, it was like one of the top of the line brands. If you bought it new then, you were looking at it probably at easily $1,000.
And this is what Bill has.
No, this is what I was remembering that we
Oh.
would look at in the stereo store.
Oh. Okay.
And it was a Kenwood receiver, and you had the record player on it, and
Hmm.
then you had the maybe a double cassette deck.
Hmm.
Like usually you'd like to use like TIAC or something like that.
Did
You
you
know,
have Tech Hi-Fi out there? Does that sound familiar? Tech Hi-Fi from like the
I
70s and
I
80s?
I know what it is. I didn't have any of that. No,
Oh, okay.
I bought Sharp. I usually buy Sharp
Hmm.
equipment. You know what
Yeah.
I mean by the Sharp stereos,
Yeah.
and so then Pioneer record players usually.
Hmm.
But if you had the money, you buy Kenwood. You buy all Kenwood. That'd be like between Kenwood and Peterbilt, or Kenworth truck or Peterbilt truck. Which one?
Mm. A
Right.
Mack truck. A Mack truck.
There you go, Mack truck. You got it. You got it
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were usually pretty good too, and
Hmm.
usually run forever and never break down.
Mm.
And then you have a little bulldog on the front.
Yep. I actually have something like that to sell. It's a cast aluminum bulldog with headphones on. It's kind of
Ooh, that'd be
cool.
cool. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool. How heavy is it?
Uh, it's probably a couple pounds. It's got some weight
Two,
to it.
2 to 5.
Yeah. It would be great for some Mack truck driver. He could
Yeah,
put it
there
up
you
on.
go.
He'd put it up on his dashboard. It would be pretty cool.
You know, if you have truck stops around there, you should just go over there and say,
Suppose I
"Hey, yeah, look what I got," you know, or
could.
put it on eBay and say, "Hey, for any truckers out there, you know, there's a lot of truckers almost everywhere now,
Hmm.
and of course they're just now trying to get back to work, so obviously they might want to have something like that just as a little memento, you know."
Yeah, I went into I had to get my coffee on the way home. So there's I knew where the rest area was, and it was right where I remember it as being.
Yeah.
I take 84 all the way to Massachusetts. Then
Oh
it's
wow.
then it's the Massachusetts Turnpike Route 90, and that'll take me home.
Okay.
And just after you get on to 90, there's a rest area. And
Yeah.
so I was thinking of you when I pulled in there, right?
Oh yeah.
Just thinking, okay, just imagining if I was pulling in to get some sleep or something, right?
Yeah.
So I pull in and there's hardly any cars in the parking lot. I park away from other cars,
Yeah.
right? And I have a style. I always take spots.
Yeah. You told
Uh,
me that.
yeah, so no one can scratch my doors or
Yeah.
anything. And so I go in, I get my coffee, and I come back out, and wouldn't you know, there's a guy parked right next to me. You
Wow.
know, and
Wow.
it's just I don't know, it was weird. I didn't want to look at him. It was like I just but I get in my car and I'm just like, why in a big parking lot where there's almost no other cars, why would you park right next to my car? It's
Right.
just weird, you know. I'm like,
Right.
what? And I'd be willing to bet it's something like it just felt good to him. You know what I mean? To park next to someone.
Yeah.
It's
Instead
just
of
that
off
simple. Yeah,
by
for some
himself.
reason. Yeah, just
Instead
for
of
some
by
reason.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That
It
makes
just
sense.
felt good. Yeah.
Now, today, what was interesting was when I went to the grocery store real quick, and then we can call it a night because it's getting 3 hours, so we did good. We did pretty good.
Mhm.
And but parked usually on the end of parking space on the lot, but
Mhm.
somebody had the front one. I didn't want to do all the maneuvering, backing around, back, so I parked on the second one in. And
Mhm.
then this woman comes over to park, wouldn't you know, it, right beside me. But then the strangest thing was I noticed when she went to go turn, she had on one of those tires. It had a yellow sticker on it that said 80 miles, you know, no more than 80 miles. And it's
Yeah, spare tire.
don't, yeah, spare tire,
Yep.
safety tire.
Mhm.
And I can bet you $1,000 that she already went past the 80 miles on that thing.
Yeah.
And I can also bet you that she goes over the speed limit that she's supposed to drive, which I don't think is supposed to be more than 50 miles an hour.
Yep.
Okay.
Because you hit
And
any kind of pothole, bam, that thing goes dead.
yeah. And the bad thing is she should have had that changed probably 2 weeks ago when she had a flat tire in the first
Mhm.
place.
Or a
Now
month
she
ago.
now here's what happened. Here's what happened. Yeah, maybe a month ago.
Mhm.
Okay. There was a big white truck that was one space over, right? and she pulls in next to the big white truck, which is right next to me. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? And like you, I'm thinking, what's going on here? What's
Yeah.
up? And then I noticed that she's getting a child to put in the back of her seat. Now she's driving a car with a spare tire in the front.
Mm.
Should she be shuffling kids around in that? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah. True. Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't think it's
You're probably
safety
right.
kid for the
Yeah.
kid. That would be almost neglection
Yeah.
for the child's safety.
Mhm.
Okay. She should have had that tire changed, like you said, possibly a month ago. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get a tire.
Hmm.
And maybe a set of tires, that would be one thing. But they also have opportunities where you can get loans for that too.
Yeah.
Make it small payments.
Hmm.
But she's dealing with some kind of relationship breakup. They're splitting the kid, and of course it was Friday, so that would mean she got the weekend with the kid, right? And
Mm.
that's what she's doing.
Hmm.
So I wasn't gonna really complain about it or say anything or call the police or anything on her because, well, she's just trying to see her kid.
Hmm.
So I ain't gonna make her life any more difficult than what it is. But I'm just thinking about the safety of her and then her kid. She's
Yep.
shuffling. I mean, if that tire blows, what happens? The car flips over, you know, and then the kid is what? Either the mom is dead and the kid is trapped in the baby seat, wondering what happened to mom. You
Yep.
know,
Traumatized for life.
and yeah, and all because mom didn't want to change the tire. So anyone out there, moms or dads or whoever, if you're shuffling around, kid, make sure you have good tires. Make sure your brakes are good. Make sure your car's in top running condition. Don't put your life in that risk of not taking care of your car, and make sure the tires are good. Everything's good.
Hmm.
And then you can feel safe, and that you did the right thing. If you take a risk and you don't take care of your vehicle, then you're gonna be in big trouble.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. It was in the news today.
Hmm.
There was a child that was missing. That might have been national news, but it was definitely Minnesota news. And the child was missing for 40 years, right?
40 years.
40 years. She's
Wow.
42 years old now. They
Wow.
found her. They
Oh, wow.
found her. Now, the parents, when the child went missing, and she was put up for adoption at some church or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, her parents were actually killed. They were murdered.
Oh.
Okay,
Mm.
so I'm not sure what all that story is about, but they're still looking for the person who killed the parents.
Yeah.
Okay, um, he might still be alive, or they might still be alive, but no telling. Who knows?
Hmm.
But at least they did the right thing and got the girl to safety, and she grew up and not knowing her parents, but she grew up and she was alive, and they found out who she was, and that's pretty amazing in itself.
Mm.
40, she's 42 now, so 40 years later, when she's 2 years old when she went missing. Of course, parents probably got killed at that point, for whatever reason.
Mm.
Um, I guess it's a blessing that they spared the kid at least.
Could have been. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just weird. You can look that one up online. I don't know if that's Minnesota only or if that was a national news.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm not sure of. Uh,
Hmm.
but anyway, yeah, I think it's about time. Thank you for hanging out with me a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks for
And
having me, Ron.
yeah, we had fun. And yeah, I'll give you my address after we get down here. I'll text you.
Okay.
And I got your phone number, remember?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We got that straight. Yeah.
I'm glad we got that figured out now.
Hmm.
And you can let me know. I'll send you a quick text and you can tell me if you get it. Then I'll send you my address, and it's
Yeah.
real easy.
Yeah.
All right.
See if I. You should have a text there from me explaining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check. I might have got one, and
Did,
my
did you?
text goes through. My text actually goes through Messenger 'cause that's how I have it set up. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
yeah.
Okay. You have called. Did you try calling?
No, I
Oh.
just texted.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, here. Ah, yeah, here you go. I
Yeah.
believe you left the coin behind. I can mail it to you. That's wonderful. All
Yep.
right, I'll send you my address on the same chat. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Errt Radio caught in the moment. Now wait a minute. That was Chris Elliott. That was his old show. Yeah, we gotta have him back on the show. Remember Chris Elliott?
Yeah.
And he did that. You have a little banner there on that chat right there
Yeah.
from the old days. All right, yeah. So I'll go ahead and send you my address from on this chat here, so you'll get it.
Okay.
And thank you again for uh, being aware of that and making sure that I get it. I was totally freaking out that I lost it. Just it was a kind of a. I mean, I paid for it, but it was kind of a gift as well at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like I didn't want to lose it, and I had it in my pocket, and like, wait a minute, I have my rock there. I mean, it was right next to my rock, and somehow I don't know. Maybe I dropped it in the chair somehow, or I dropped it. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
know I do remember showing you, and you asked me what was that the outside of it, and I found out it's actually copper.
Yeah.
So
I'm wondering. I think I'm thinking that maybe it's actually copper plated because I have silver dollars that I think are around the
the
same
same
size.
size.
Yeah. So you know what I mean?
So you're thinking the whole coin is silver and the edge is copper plated.
Right. I'm thinking
All right.
maybe not, but
All right.
that's what I was thinking because just in relation to the silver dollars I
Yeah.
have.
And I know that it is 1 ounce of silver. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, it says 0.999.
Yeah, and they couldn't have it on there if it wasn't. You know, that would
Right.
be illegal.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that'd be good to get that back where it's supposed to be in my pocket.
Yep.
Yeah, I use that kind of like a kind of a good luck charm, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna see if it is it may actually be the same size as a silver dollar. I'm not
All
sure.
right, check it out. Yeah,
I
you got a couple of them. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, and I did buy one thing you can get is the bezel, so you can put it on a chain. You know,
Oh, wonderful.
necklace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Mm.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's pure silver, and the woman that's with the 4 cards. You know, it used to have
Hmm.
paint there, but that got wore out
Oh yeah,
after a while.
it
Yeah,
was painted.
it was all painted. Yeah, it
Oh.
had the 4 queens, different suits, and
Hmm.
had the woman there with the blonde hair
Yep.
and so I can't remember which head, but anyway, it still looks good the way it is.
Mm. Yeah, I
So.
like it. I like it. It's a
Uh,
nice coin.
yeah, and it got tarnished on the edge of it, and so I got some of that polisher stuff. I
Hmm.
used my little Dremel tool and polish it up, and man, it
Yep.
shined up pretty good.
Yeah, you got to
Uh,
go easy on silver though, because it's soft. I think, and
oh yeah,
whenever you use those, you could end up washing the whole the thing off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was careful. I thought I was pretty careful with it anyway, but
Yeah, I got some stuff. It might have been in a dollar store or something, but it's called Wright's Silver Cream.
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Cleans, shines, restores.
Oh wow, and you just have to use it with a cloth, huh?
Yep.
Cool. All right, good deal. Well, all right, go ahead and get some rest. Grab you a coffee, get some rest.
Hmm.
I know you're just waiting on the coffee again, right? Because you ran out.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to. I don't know if you saw me working on Craigslist, but I I screwed Craigslist all up, and now I got to relist a ton of stuff, and
Oh boy,
it's taken forever. But I have, like I said, it's all backed up, so
just a
it's
matter of swapping it over. Got you.
yep, yep.
But you can't go to sleep until you get some of it done, right?
Well, yeah, I thought I got a lot of it done, but then I counted it. I looked at how much I had done. I'm like, oh
Oh
my god, I got
no.
a long way to go.
Oh
A
boy.
long way to go.
Well, at least you have it backed up, though. That's a good thing.
Hmm.
So, all right. Well, I'll let you get back to that, and I'm going to go ahead and relax because I am still wiped out from that drive.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
we will chat with you next time. I'll send you my address in a minute here,
Okay.
and it'll be a P.O. box, so keep that in mind. If you send it just a postal service, that's fine.
Hmm.
So, no problem. Just make
Okay.
sure that they put plenty of protection in the box, and I would send it in a small flat rate box.
Okay.
Might get one less than $8 or $8.95, whatever.
Yeah,
But
maybe the VHS tape box, or no, I think there might be a DVD box too.
I know what you mean. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. All right, then you can figure it out when you get to the post office. They'll help you decide
Mhm.
which one to use. And
Yep.
I just seen people lose coins in the soft envelope. You know, it
Oh
just
yeah.
breaks out,
Yep.
and I wouldn't want to lose that coin. And
No.
the one guy sent me a dime. Actually, it was supposed to be a silver dime, and I never got it because it didn't last in him.
Oh
But
no. Yeah.
so yeah, it's a sad guy. I wanted to see I think it was Mercury dime or something like that,
Yeah.
silver.
That's like when I bought a small SD card, you know, the tiny type,
Yeah,
the micro card,
yeah.
and I opened it and it was broken in half. The guy, it didn't,
Oh
he didn't, you know,
no,
no cardboard or anything, and it just snapped right in half.
no, yeah. They are not indestructible, people.
No, not at all.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your night, and be looking for my uh address, and let me know if you get it or when you get it.
Okay.
It'll be within minutes here. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Will
All
do.
right. Thank you,
Take
man.
care. Yep.
Yeah. You have a great
Bye-bye.
night.
You
Bye.
too.
All right. That is it for tonight, folks. We're gonna get on out of here. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. I gotta sign off on Mixler too. See you next time.